We are live. What's up, everybody? Eldon here with Red Dead Disciple and my lovely co-host Sarah Beth Brewer. We are ready to get this thing going tonight, are we?
Yeah, I was on time tonight.
You were
I
you
was
were on
early,
time tonight.
actually.
There were no Andrew or Sarah Beth Brewer
No.
incidences
And I
today.
brought snacks in case my blood sugar gets low.
That's
I
a
ate
good thing.
dinner before I came.
I brought some snacks too, just in case.
Yeah.
I was like, gotta take care of my girl.
Yeah. So we're good to go.
Yeah.
Blood sugar's up. We're ready.
Yeah.
So
Blood pressure might be up here in a little bit. I might get on your nerves tonight. I had lots of rest today. I'm
well,
wired.
I haven't, so you might be in trouble.
might be.
That's
Might
okay.
be. So yeah, it's been a great week so far.
We've been having fun.
Yeah, we have lots of great interviews. I don't want to like put you on the spot and ask you your favorite like somebody did to me earlier today, but they didn't do it in front of people, so that was cool. But just I don't think I have a favorite. I really don't. They've all been.
I've appreciated getting to know these people on a different level too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it is.
which some of them I've already been friends with, and then some of them I met for the first time.
But
so.
even though we've been friends with them, it's like it's that social media friend, and but we've known each other so long that we feel that closeness. But
Right.
actually sitting here in person with them, it's like
When worlds
it,
collide.
worlds collide, and
saying that.
it's a deeper connection.
Yeah.
and it's just been a great experience.
It's fun, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Somebody, I can't remember who it was. I think it might have been Cody last night. He said, "Oh my gosh, we look like we're on the NBC something when we were taking those pictures."
That was Cody.
I was like, "That is
That was
hilarious."
Cody. For
That's
sure,
great.
for sure. So we got a great lineup tonight. We got Tyler Garrett.
Yeah.
And I got a chance to come in a little bit. I came in a little bit early before we started this. I was here. I came in Saturday from Memphis. I came to Memphis from Oklahoma City. Stayed a day and a half with some new found relatives that my wife found through her Ancestor.com stuff. And so we stayed. We spent some time with them, and we came in here. And then the first. This is going to be a story that I'm going to be able to tell the rest of my life. The first person that I've ever got to see perform in Nashville at Rippy's is Tyler Garrett. He's going to be here tonight.
What I'm telling you.
Like I've
That's
never been
so
to, like
cool.
my first experience in Nashville is my podcast experience, and and getting to see all the history of the world we live in, music.
Yeah.
And we went to the Ryman today.
I
We
was
went to
going to
the
ask how that went.
it was
Because
great.
I didn't hear from you today.
It
so.
was great. I mean, it was a much needed kind of just break from all the running
Yeah.
around. But the history in that place is just amazing. And if you've been in music as long as we have, and it being in our world, it's kind of emotional.
Oh, yeah.
It really
Did you cry?
is. I teared a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't think it came down, but I
Right.
watered up.
Your eyes
I
were
watered
heavy.
up. Oh, when I saw Charlie Daniels' hat
Yeah.
and his fiddle, I was
Yeah.
like, oh.
Just
Come
hit you
on.
right in the feels.
It hit me right in my heart, man. I was like, this
I
is
think that's what they
amazing.
want. They want
Yes,
some
yes, absolutely.
emotion.
We went there first because we wanted to get kind of that first piece of history, which I found out today that the Ryman was actually the fifth home of the Grand Ole
I
Opry.
didn't know that.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't.
Yeah.
Because most of the legends we know came up through the Ryman, right?
Right.
And but there were homes before the Ryman.
Yeah.
And then going from there to the Grand Ole Opry now, and it was just surreal, and seeing all the dressing rooms. We did the backstage tour,
Yeah.
so it was cool. So my experience here for the first time in Nashville is a story for the rest of my life. It's almost like a fairy tale. It is. It's like a dream come true.
That's sweet.
It is. I mean,
I guess I have a little bit of a different perspective because I'm down here.
you're here all the time.
Yeah.
Like it's not, but like
Now, Cody said yesterday, he's like, when you go down there and you like look up and you see all the lights, it's like, it's still like at nighttime. During the
Yeah.
day, it's a little bit different, but at
Yeah.
night, it's still like, ooh, you know.
yeah, right. It's cool. I love it here.
Yeah, me too.
Like I'll definitely be back
yeah.
multiple times.
And they're like, you're just scratching the surface. There's so
yeah,
much to do.
yeah.
There's a lot of things to do outside of.
So much to do.
I mean, I literally spent the entire day making content downtown. So
Yeah, yeah.
there's a lot to do.
So, you want to tell your story now, or you want to wait?
My story.
Yeah, about like what your downtown experience today.
Oh, well, let's
Yeah.
wait till she gets here.
Okay, we
We'll
can
tell
talk
it
about that.
because it
Okay.
was funny.
Yeah, it is.
Like, not funny, like haha, but like what a coincidence.
But I mean, you know how I feel about that. Like nothing's
No,
coincidence. Everything happens for a
of
reason.
all the places, I
Yeah.
mean, oh, I will tell you this. I didn't tell you this. Guess who I saw today?
Who's that?
I was walking down the street and Bailey Zimmerman was sitting in Cane's
No
singing.
way.
I swear.
Really? In Canes of all places.
Yeah, I was like, I texted Jacob and I said, I'm standing in front of Bailey Zimmerman. And he said, tell him I said hi. And I was like, we're not that close, but like, no, I was like, but then I realized too, I'm not a tourist anymore because the line, everybody was waiting in line. And I was like, y'all get your picture later. But I also,
You're all standing off from a distance.
I also,
taking
yeah.
a selfie with him in the
I
background.
also found out though that this was a ticketed event and they were waiting in line and some girl I was walking by and this girl was like, get up here with me, and I just stepped up there.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that it was supposed to be a ticketed thing, but nobody told me to go. So.
One of these days, though, it's going to be you. Like one of these days, you're going to be sitting there and people are going to be like, oh my God, that's Sarah Beth Brewer.
Oh, I hope so.
I know so.
I sent my mom a little clip today from downtown Bridgestone. They were setting up like the stage and all that stuff. And I was like, I'm just manifesting. Just manifesting.
Just manifesting.
So, yeah.
Let's go. I did this morning on my. I go live every morning, and I've continued that out here. So I'll get up at 5 o'clock in the morning because that's my dog's schedule. She's got to go out at 5 o'clock.
I was gonna say you're supposed to be on vacation.
Yeah, no, I know, no, not with an 85-pound service dog that has a schedule too. But I get up, let her out, and then I go live at 6, just like I do if I was home. And so I was talking about that today, and I'm like, I was trying. I think I was trying to tell Chase, the owner of the studio. Shout out to Stoll Found.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Stoll
Yeah.
Found. I mean, it's been an absolutely wonderful experience. Chase and his crew here at Stoll Found have just been so accommodating, and they just I can't see myself working with another studio in Nashville.
And it's beautiful in here. It feels like a living room.
It
smells
nice.
good.
It's
It's
nice.
lovely. All the girl things. Eldon's like, yeah, it's great. And I'm like, oh, it's so pretty in here.
No, I mean, so you say that, but I mean, I'm a little bougie that way. Like I'm the one walking around the house lighting candles and stuff, and like, but I mean, I work from home, so like I take care of the house. Yeah, I take care of the house most of the time.
Yeah.
You know,
There is nothing wrong with that.
Eva helps. I mean, but she works,
Right.
more hours than I do. I'm salaried, so I have a little more freedom, and so I take care of things around the house most of the time. So yeah.
Props for a man. If you're a man out there and you're hearing this,
Oh, sorry guys. I might have just lost my man card. I'm
No.
sorry about that.
no, it's great. My dad was the same way growing up.
Yeah, absolutely. And I forgot where I was going with. I mean, we started talking about the studio and everything, and
It's just pretty.
yeah, it is. It's
pretty in
nice.
here.
It's nice. But manifesting. We were talking about
Yeah.
manifesting. So I was like, the only thing that this has done, part of my vision is always I want my own studio. We've talked about that, and this has just given me more drive.
I heard you say that last night.
Yes, and it's just given me so much more drive. So I was manifesting that this morning. I'm like, it's gonna happen. I'm gonna get the land. I'm gonna get a building.
If anybody out there is an excavator company and a pole barn
Yeah,
company.
yeah. So my vision for this thing, I'm gonna go ahead and share it because I'm gonna keep manifesting. Is so when we go places and we vacation and stuff in places like this, and we go to Branson quite a bit. We purposely try to find Airbnbs that are cabins. I love cabins. I love log cabins, and so I want my studio to be a log cabin, and I just want that down home, just simple feel, right? And then it's just I think that just it's welcoming to me. And being in nature too, we've talked about that before. That's the time I feel closest to God, and so it's going to happen. It's not a matter of if, it's when, right? So, but we are actually getting close to the top of the hour, and we need to set up for our artists. We got Tyler Garrett coming in here in just a few minutes, and then we've got Erin Stoll, and then we've got Bonnie Ray. Ray tonight. So we've got
excited.
a great lineup. Me too. And we've got some special guests coming in to hang out with us. Boudreaux from Louisiana, she came up to see us. Woo! She's going to be hanging out with us. Rev Rip, if you know Rev Rip on TikTok, he'll be here later in a little bit. So he's probably here now. since Boudreaux just kind of walked in. So we're going to take a short break, guys. We will be right back. We're going to get set up. Tyler Garrett will come in, and we'll get to know Tyler some more and, listen to some of his music and just have a good time like we have the last 2 nights. So hope you're ready for it. Hang out with us. Please don't leave. Continue to tap the screen over at TikTok, share the live out, and Facebook, YouTube. We will be right back. We're going to be on a break just for a short few minutes here. So thanks for hanging in, guys.
It's so hard to be loving you. We've been holding a 7 and a 2. But our love, it could change with the love for a fake right now. Go all in with me. We'll be with any hand, a king and queen can. Don't you hold on me. If we could keep a pair of straight faces, no matter what the case is, darling, we're aces. Darling, we're aces. Slow play always. First a check, then a slide raise. Keep your mind on the right track. There ain't any limit on a short stack. If you hit me on the turn card, place your best bet. I know it's been hard, but our love, it can win with the flip of a chip right now. Go all in with me. We'll deal with any hand, a king and queen can. Don't you hold on me. If we could keep a pair of straight faces, no matter what the case is, darling, we're aces. Hold my hand and we'll make this better hand than they gave us. Baby, we're aces. Go all in with me. We'll deal with any hand, a king and queen can. Don't you fold on me. If we could keep a pair of straight faces, no matter what the case is, hold my hand and we'll make this. No matter what the case is, darling, we're aces. Go all in with me, darling, we're aces. Go all in with me, we're holding aces. Go all in with me, darling, we're aces. That old neon sign flickers like a memory, sitting in the corner where you first looked at me. Now it's just a bar stool holding what's left of a man who can't let go, drowning in regret. Bartender knows me by my first name now, knows when I'm here, I ain't slowing down. Because whiskey pours like rain when the hurt won't fade. Every sip's a storm rolling through my veins. hurt won't fade. Every sip's a storm rolling through my veins. Thunder in my chest, lightning in my brain. Trying to drown your goodbye, but it won't wash away. Yeah, whiskey pours like rain. I could pour it all out, let the bottle run dry, but the clouds won't clear, and neither will my mind. Yeah, whiskey pours like rain when the hurt won't fade. Every sip's a storm rolling through my veins. Thunder in my chest, lightning in my brain. Trying to drown your goodbye, but it won't wash away. Yeah, whiskey pours like rain. So let it fall, let it flood. Let it
Welcome,
take.
everybody. We are back, and here in just a minute, you guys will have visual. There it is, and we are ready to roar. So, Sarah, we have some really good sponsors for this interview. Really
do.
and personal for both of us, right?
Yes,
I mean,
most definitely.
Not the first one is not just your personal with, but I am too now.
Yes.
Thanks to you and Tyler. I've built a pretty good relationship with Mr. Tom, and
I love that
so-
you're saying Mr. Tom
I
now
know, I
because
know,
I call him
yeah.
Mr. Tom. That's great.
Call him Pops.
Yeah.
Call him Pops.
I call him Mr. Tom.
Yeah. So I'm gonna let you lead into and talk about our sponsors. You guys see the sponsors back up here? These are the people that made these interviews happen. So we got to give them their shout outs, their props, and and so you go right ahead.
Yeah. Okay.
ahead.
So our first sponsor is Thomas Entertainment, and I'm gonna read it just like I wrote it.
Let's go.
Yeah, I did
Let's
write
go.
this. I'm proud of it. So I'm gonna read it word for word.
Let's go.
Thomas Entertainment is a dynamic music management and independent artist label dedicated to discovering, developing, and promoting exceptional talent across genres. Founded with a passion for authentic artistry and innovative sound, Thomas Entertainment offers comprehensive artist support from career strategy and branding to production and promotion. Committed to independence and creativity, the label empowers artists to maintain their unique voice while reaching global audiences. With a growing roster of rising stars and a reputation for integrity and vision, Thomas Entertainment is shaping the future of music one artist at a time. We love you, Mr. Tom.
Turn
Yes,
it up,
sir.
baby.
Yes, sir.
Tommy G.
Let's go. Let's go.
He's important to all of us.
And if you
so.
guys were in the live last night, you saw Tom. He was in the chat. He was interacting with the artist, and he was giving words of encouragement. And he's
We're going to
just
give
a
you his government Thomas good low.
wonderful, wonderful individual. So our next sponsor is kind of near and dear to my heart. Good friend of mine. For those that know me, they know that I used to own a Jeep club, and I'm still heavily involved in the Jeep community in Oklahoma. And that Jeep club was Okie Rebel Jeeps, which now is Okie Rebel Apparel. But shameless plug. And
Where's the merch?
The merch is on. It's in my bio. The link is in my bio. Merch store. But Coffee Bean Vet. Coffee Bean Vet is it's founded by a U.S. Army veteran. Coffee Bean Vet crafts premium small batch roasts like First Flight, Full Send, Locked and Loaded. Each one roast with purpose, patriotism, and commitment to giving back. What sets Coffee Bean Vet apart? It's hard to say like 3 times in a row.
Words are hard.
It is. Use your words. It's their mission to empower other veterans through their affiliate program. Veterans can launch their own business selling Coffee Bean Vet product. Earn up to 30% on every bag they sell. It's coffee with a cause, fueling freedom and opportunity. Grab your next roast and learn more at coffeebean.vet. Coffee Bean Vet, brewed strong, served proud. And I can personally attest that this is some of the best coffee I've ever had in my life. I'm just going to say it just because he puts Black Rifle to shame. I'm just going to say, and a lot of people don't know that like Black Rifle, the Black Rifle and other companies like them. they do support veterans, but now most of them are franchised, so most of that money don't go to the veterans anymore. Just a small fraction of it. And I know that his 10% of his entire proceeds go back into veterans at the end of the year. He's a veteran himself, and not only that, but this man has so much love in his heart. He was like, "I'm going to do something solid for you." Not only does he sponsor my podcast, but he also offers a 5% discount to anybody, any of my followers that go through my link to purchase his coffee, and I get 5% back into the podcast on top of what he sponsors monthly.
So he's a dual sponsor.
Yes,
He's got a little
absolutely,
bit of-
100%. So
good, man.
Great.
it's great stuff. Link in bio. You guys can go hit that link, and it's in my link tree. You can go to coffee. His link is there. It's Coffee Bean Vet, and you can pick you up some great coffee. I highly recommend the Locked and Loaded. It is the #1 seller, and it is really, really, really good. If you like dark roast, you can try some of the others, but the Locked and Loaded is definitely where it's at. Definitely. So
I love coffee. So
yeah. You know, it's crazy. I don't drink near as much as I used to. Like I went on like this little fast for a couple weeks, and now it don't taste the same. So yeah, it's weird. It's weird. So I don't drink as much as I used to. But anyways, so our guest tonight, Tyler Garrett. What's happening,
What's
brother?
up, my man?
It's
How
been
you
a
doing?
long time coming, man.
Yeah,
I'd
man.
say that to everybody because, I mean, man, it seems like we've been talking for months. I mean, at least since what, January maybe?
Yeah, we've been
Something like
talking about this for a long
February.
time.
So yeah,
I'm excited to be here. Thank you.
yeah, man, I'm excited to have you. Excited to have you. And I'm excited to have you two together. Like as far as like you guys are so close knit. As far as you're from the same hometown. I see you guys together doing stuff together. You know, just vibing together and stuff. Like now, I'm sitting here. I'm like, this is cool. This is cool. Like two of my closest friends on TikTok here.
Yeah.
and we're
man.
together. So it's good to have you, man. It's good.
Thanks
to
for
have
having me for sure.
you. So, yes.
I appreciate it.
Tell us a little bit about yourself, man.
Well, I'm just a good old country boy. I'm from Jacksonville, Florida. Born and raised 1993, January 30th. Said that backwards, but that's okay. No, I was born and raised in Northeast Florida.
Okay.
I moved up to Kentucky, and I lived up there for a little while. Met my management, Thomas Goodlow with Thomas Entertainment, and we started doing some things last year, and just progressed from there. And then about 3 months ago, I moved up to about 3 or 4 months ago, I moved up to Nashville.
Yeah.
I live in Hendersonville.
Yeah. Right on. I got some ties in Florida quite a
Yeah.
bit. My dad's whole side of the family's from there.
What part?
Ocala.
Oh
Yeah, Ocala. And so like I tell people this all the time. My cousin that still lives there, he's actually one of the sponsors here too, the concrete company for another interview. But Shane was Kendall Tucker's football coach. And Kendall Tucker does a big hometown show in Oxford, Florida every year. And I wasn't able to make it this year. He invited me, and I wasn't able to make it, unfortunately, because trying to raise funds for this, right?
Yeah.
So I got some pretty strong ties in Florida, man.
That's
I
awesome.
remember going down there as a kid, and I kind of feel like I grew up there a little bit sometimes because, all
It
the
has a way of
times
making you
we
feel
spent.
that way.
Yeah, it does. So that's awesome stuff, man. It's
Yeah,
awesome
man.
stuff.
I just had to basically kind of, when you leave your hometown, you're ready to get out.
Yeah.
When you turn 18, it's kind of how it was for me, and then I was ready to get back really quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
So you get a little homesick still?
Yeah, I do get homesick sometimes.
Yeah.
I miss my family more than anything.
Yeah.
Because my family lives down there. I got family in right across the line. So I'm from the Florida-Georgia line.
Yeah,
Little town called Baker County.
Okay.
Well, it's a county called Baker County. The town's called McClenny.
Right.
But I'm from out there, graduated high school, and I still have family that lives out there. My dad lives out there.
You go back to visit every now and then, or?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I go out there for the holidays. Actually, where I record my music's down there in Jacksonville.
Okay. Right on. Yep.
Yes, sir.
Real familiar with Jacksonville, sure. Yeah, man.
Jacksonville's Duval.
That's awesome. That's good stuff, man. It's good stuff. You got quite a bit of music out, and everything you have out right now is streaming.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So all platforms.
Yes, sir. All streaming platforms. I just released a new song called Beach Buzz. It's out right now. Go add it to your playlist.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
go.
But That's probably so. The newest stuff that I released recently, as far as production goes, I would say is getting a lot better.
Yeah,
It takes time building that stuff
it
over
does.
time.
It does, absolutely.
Because as you're spending money on what you think is right, you wasting money on stuff that doesn't matter at the
Right.
moment. And then so it takes time to kind of like to figure out where you need to get your ball rolling at, and
Yeah.
everybody's ball is different. So
Absolutely, 100%.
it's definitely it's a guessing game sometimes.
So I'm gonna have a connection with you for the rest of my life. And I was telling Sarah before we actually talked about it a little bit before, and I think you were in here, but I don't know if, most of the people in live didn't hear this, but this is my first time to Nashville,
Oh,
and the very first time I come to Nashville, the very next day, I get up and I go to Rippy's, and just to see you. As Tom said, go to Rippy's. They got good food. Tyler's playing. I said, yes, sir, Mr. Tom. I'll be there. So came there, and I didn't know about the side stage area. So we're kind of sitting there, and I'm like, all right, well, maybe he's gonna be coming out in a minute. And I'm like, where are you, dude? Like,
Behind the curtain.
I'm on the side stage. So we went over to the next area. But so not only is this my first time to Nashville, but the very first artist I got to play live in Nashville is Tyler Garrett. So
I'm sorry, man.
no, it was good, man. It
I
was good.
appreciate that, man. I remember you came up there. We had a good time.
Yeah, man.
It was sometimes that's a different ball game. Broadway is a different ball game than your own shows. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, absolutely.
Because you're up there
100%.
trying to entertain, and if you're not entertaining or having a bad day, and it shows, it ain't
It's not.
it doesn't resonate well.
Yeah, right,
Yeah.
right. And you play quite a bit on Broadway. I mean, you pretty much constantly anymore.
Yes, sir. I do. I play on just during the week, just to stay busy, stay
right,
fresh
right.
up on things, and network. I do a lot of networking through there.
Yeah.
In the last few months. We've put this band together, and so we got a few like midsummer shows coming up.
Yeah.
End of summer shows coming up, and I really look for us to be doing a lot next year.
Any plans for a tour anytime soon?
Man, I'm gonna leave you guessing on that right now. I'm gonna leave them guessing on that. There's no plans for a tour right now, but in the future, definitely. There's definitely plans,
Yeah, yeah.
but we're working on it.
Right on, right on. I know this is gonna be the big question that comes up, and I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there because I've been waiting for it a long time. So, when are we gonna get it? When are we gonna get a duo?
Contact Thomas Entertainment. Shameless plug.
Mr. Tom.
Mr. Tom.
Mr. Tom. He's
Everybody
probably
wants it. Y'all need to give everybody what they want. I see it in the chats all the
if
time.
we was okay, let's ask the chat. If we was to remake a song, what song would it be?
Let's see what we get.
Can we get some questions on that?
Let's see what we get.
The funny thing is, whatever I think and whatever you think would be two different answers. I
Listen,
feel certain of that.
when Tom calls me up and says, "Hey, you're doing this song," okay,
Yes, Mr. Tom.
I'll get that
yes,
done.
Mr. Tom.
We'll get that done.
That's right. That's right. Let's see what we got. Yes, duet. I told you so. Here we go.
I told you so.
Jamie's on it.
Yeah.
Jamie's after it. The Boudreaux's after it.
That's
Let's
a good
go.
one.
So for those that don't know, Boudreaux, Maya Boudreaux on what is it? She got two accounts, Queen and M Boudreaux. I don't remember what the exact names are. I just know I love her. She's great.
She's in the chat.
She's
here,
here.
so,
She's in the
yeah.
chat, and she's here in the studio. She came all the way up from
Yeah.
Louisiana to hang out
She
with us.
started watching me when I first started
Yeah,
TikTok.
yeah.
Like back in the I'm gonna say trailer days.
Yeah, yeah. And for those that know Rev Rip, he's also joined us tonight, hanging out with us here in the studio. So thank you guys for coming, hanging out with us. Appreciate that
I
so
thought
much.
that was Colt Ford who walked in.
Yeah, it got a little bit, kind of, sort of.
Meet me at the Waffle House.
That's right, at the Waffle House. Let's go. Bring my pew pew. Yeah, let's go, man. It's good to see old Colt Ford back, man.
Man,
it is.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, my lead guitar player, his name's Andrew Rodriguez, Ruiz. Sorry, Andrew Ruiz, and he runs sound for Colt Ford.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice. That's awesome, man.
He's like the head sound man.
Yeah, so Colt did the hometown show in Oxford I was talking about earlier. He was there this year with Kendall Tucker. And,
When was that?
it was in May. It was like May 5th or something like that, or May somehow. I have to look back, but it was in
last
May.
month.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
it just happened.
like recently. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think he ran sound for that. Brantley Gilbert was there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
No, Brantley wasn't there
Oh,
in
no,
that
that's
one.
not one.
No, it was Rare Breed. I think Joe Nestor was there, and Colt Ford, and there was a few others. So
Says he's getting back up on his feet. So
yeah,
That's
yeah,
good.
man. After 3 heart attacks, I mean, come on. Like Devil tried to get him down, and he's like, "I ain't having it, son." You know. So
they put
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's good. It's good to see him back, man. It's good to see him back. Did we get a song? Did anybody say anything about a song?
They did.
Are they tapping
What-
the screen?
Well, they got. I don't know. I hope they tap.
Listen,
the
if you ain't
screen.
tapping, you're napping.
You tapping, you napping. Tapping's clapping. Let's
Someone
go.
said an old country duet, Whiskey Lullaby.
Oh,
That one's in the.
oh,
It's good.
I guess yeah.
Somebody else said that. Whiskey Lullaby.
Let's go, Mr. Thomas. Make it happen. Let's give the people what they want. Let's give the people what they want.
You know, I might be stepping out here, but I mean, we could just write a song, our
You
own
could
song.
just do that too.
You know, I'm just saying.
I'm sure everybody in the chat and myself will agree. We're here for it. We're here for
Okay.
whatever. Let's go. Rip's over there shaking his head. Boudreaux.
He said he's already got a melody right
Yeah,
now.
he's ready to go.
Let's
This
go.
is like a 10-person co-write right now.
Did we
however
just
many-
become best friends?
Yeah. Yep.
I don't know if y'all look like stepbrothers. I mean, I guess you could. You
Mr.
look like
Tom said
stepbrothers. You
working
could look
on
like
it.
anything, I guess.
He said working on it.
No, if he could say what he wanted to say right now.
That's awesome. That's good stuff.
He would actually say, I need a song like Sheryl Crow and Kid
We
Rock.
need picture.
I need a picture. That's what I need y'all to write. That's what he would say.
That would be a good one too. I'm not gonna lie.
Mm.
I'm not gonna lie. It's a good song. It's a good song. I think I've karaoke'd that a few times with some friends.
Do you have
If
videos
you
of
haven't
that?
karaoke'd that,
Nope.
I
Well,
want to hear
listen,
that.
you're
No.
here till Sunday. You know,
No, not gonna happen. Not gonna happen.
what if
I know.
Boudreaux?
I know where. Hey, your third experience in Nashville can be the karaoke bar.
it could be.
Club.
It could be. It could be.
Ed
So,
Sheeran was up there the other night.
Enough about me.
Oh,
Let's get a song going. Let's
A
get,
song?
Yeah, let's go, man.
I'm gonna play. I could play something. I want to play something unreleased.
All right, let's
Is that
go.
okay?
Yeah, it's.
Is this far back now? Do we got enough? Shh, can you hear me?
You get your guitar up there. I'll adjust it where you need it.
Yes, sir.
I've been doing that all week.
Cassie wants to know if you're gonna sing
Cassie, my cousin.
with the
You
butterflies.
Or is that?
Started
Oh
it.
no, that's Cassie. Oh, that's Cat. Okay, that's Cecil. Cecil's Cassie. Cecil Holsey.
She said. So what was your response? No.
No,
No singing.
no, not gonna happen.
This is a song that I wrote during my stay away from home. I had a little bit of a stint, and was getting my life straight. But I wrote this song. This is not a getting your life straight song. This is a fun song. It's called "Sip It Slow," but it's unreleased. And this is the next release.
Right on.
Coming up.
Let's go.
It's getting late, but we're just getting started tonight. Everything's alright. Slide your pretty self up in this front seat. Yeah, and hold on tight. We're gonna dug it off way out by the riverbank and sip this gallon of clear in this cooler of beer. Girl, I love it when you drink. Now fill your cup up and let your head down. You like it with the music playing real loud. With my eyes on you, it's hard to watch the road. I got the wheel, you got your cup. Now take your time, girl, it ain't no rush. Every time you drink it fast, I lose control. Yeah, so just sip it slow. Oh, just sip it slow. Sand legs on the dashboard, bare feet on the windshield. Ain't nothing going on a Friday night except getting lost with you way out here. You just filled your cup up for the third time. Yeah, slide a little closer, but sip a little slow. 'Cause baby girl, we got all night. I fill your cup up and let your head down. You like it with the music playing real loud. With my eyes on you, it's hard to watch the road. I got the wheel, you got your cup. Now take your time, girl, it ain't no rush. Every time you drink it fast and lose control. Yeah, so just take it slow. Hey now, girl, not too fast. Ease that ass on up in the seat tonight. Let's go, let's sip it slow. I got a tank of gas and we can ride all night. Yeah, just got paid, so don't you worry about a thing. Baby girl, let's go. Come on.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We were paying attention, I promise, but I got a message saying they couldn't find the Facebook Live. So,
No,
anyways,
you're good, my man.
Yeah.
You're good.
So we're good, though. We're live. We're live on Facebook. We just checked it.
Are we?
Yeah, I'm not sure why they can't find it, but
It
it's,
is on the Red Dirt Disciple page,
Yes.
not your personal
yes,
Facebook,
it is on
if
Red
you're
Dirt
looking
Disciple.
For that.
Yeah,
I think,
absolutely.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, we're good.
Okay. Cool.
We're
Just
good
make
on
sure
Facebook.
we're good. We're good, Chase. You did good, buddy. Shout out to Soul Found
It's not your
Studios
fault,
again.
man.
Let's go. So, man, that's awesome, dude. That's a great song, man. I like the jive, man. I love it.
Yeah, man.
So
it's
it
got
is
that-
a fun
It's
song.
got that little southern feel to it.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, you have to. Florida. I mean, come on.
Yeah, man.
You got to have that southern feel to it.
Yeah. Right in
So-
the northern eastern part of it.
That's right.
Come on.
Let's go, man. Let's go. So, you got how many songs you got out on streaming? Let everybody know. Got,
Hold on.
go make him think.
I'm
now.
gonna say,
Don't make a musician mad.
where's the fact checkers at?
I'm over here like, let me
I
chat.
think
let
it's
me
like,
chat
I think
GPT.
I'm gonna say 7 or
I
I'm
think
gonna
it
say
is.
7.
I think you're right. It was
But-
7 or 8. I looked at them a week or so ago.
If
To
you
count
look-
up how many you had.
If you listen past the production, the songs are great. It
Yeah,
just-
yeah.
Some of the production, just I rush things. I'm impatient, man.
You know, that's okay.
You got
That's okay.
If you want
Sometimes you
something,
just got to do what you got to do to get it out there, man. You know, if you, as
Sometimes
long
you
as you're
got a
not putting
message
out
you need somebody to
garbage,
hear.
you're not. I mean, I wouldn't say any of it's garbage by no means. You know, a little bit of better production can make it better, right? But it's
I
not
like that,
garbage.
I like that being out. Like even if I ever re-recorded those songs, I would leave the originals. I want you to see where I came from, what I've learned over the years, and
Yeah, absolutely.
and it's all a message, but I think the message is a little deeper than the music. Man, you see these people that are successful as an artist. You see a lot of people that are successful and big artists that are up there, big names up there, and you wonder like, can I do that? I don't know. Do you got what it takes to do that?
Yeah.
Do you got what it takes to sacrifice? You know what I'm saying? Being
Yeah.
out at night and instead you're inside writing or playing the guitar, or
Yeah.
it's just a lot of sacrifice, and that's pretty much what I've been learning since I started this. I've been doing music professionally for the last 2 years now, and
Yeah.
I can't remember exactly when I quit working for the
It-
county, but
It takes hard work and dedication, just like anything else. I tell people all the time, you can be successful at anything if you put the time in it.
That's
you,
right.
You hard work, dedication, grinding every day, nonstop. You can be successful at anything. So just keep it up, man.
adapt and
'cause
overcome.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. Just keep grinding, man. Keep grinding.
I actually wrote a cool ass song last night, man. It's called Average Joe.
Okay.
It's it's
To be
nice.
continued.
It's nice.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Can't wait to hear it, man.
There's gonna
Can't
be a
wait to hear
clip
it.
of it out soon.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Man,
So
good writer.
going back to Broadway a little bit, what like you play quite a few venues up and down Broadway. I watch your lives regular. Talk to Tom quite a bit. What's do you have a favorite down there? or a preference?
I think it's more about the time.
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil. Like it's a lot of, you hear a lot of the same stuff, but I guess if you've been down there a lot, you know where to look for good music.
Yeah.
And that's what you look for is you try to weave through. Because a lot of the expectations on artists when they come down here to play is that and this is just my opinion, that they have to sound exactly like the radio, or they have to sound exactly like the song. And my whole life, which I play by ear as well, so I don't read charts or anything like that.
Yeah.
I don't really feel like that's necessary. Like if you feel the song a different way, not like Chris Stapleton, for example, fine prime example. That song, Tennessee Whiskey, was written by David Allen Coe, performed it by him, and I think George Jones did it as well. Totally different song. Like if you play that song on Broadway like that right there, they don't even know what you're playing. They won't pay attention.
Right.
But if you start that, bow, wow, 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 that's how he heard the song.
Yeah.
Made it a blues song.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
yeah,
that's genuine.
Yeah.
That's what I like.
I mean, he put his spin on it and made it bigger than it ever was, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, absolutely. Whenever you put your own flavor on it, you can definitely make it your own.
That's right.
Make it your own.
No matter what you do.
You don't want to get up on stage and sound like everybody else.
Well, you're always going to sound like somebody because you have influences and you take things from different people.
What I mean by that, obviously that, but I mean is you don't want to get up there and imitate.
Facts.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You're not an impersonator.
Right. No.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
No, I'm the only TG.
You're the only TG.
Actually,
that's
not true. There's another artist out of California.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got like he's got like pop EDM. He does you have to look him up.
I'll have to look him up.
Yeah, he's got a better Google research.
He's not the TG though.
No, he's not the OG TG.
He's not the OG TG. Let's go.
That's funny.
That is. It's awesome, man. It's great, dude. It's great.
That is hilarious.
So tell us a little bit about your guitar, man. That's your Gibson.
Yeah, man. This is a.
I thought you had a Tyler.
A Taylor?
Taylor.
Yes, sir. I did have a Taylor, and for what I was doing last summer, I played a lot of shows outside, and it was hot.
Yeah.
And Taylors their wood's thin, so they tend to swell a little bit.
Yeah.
And so
humidity's not good on them for sure.
No, and it's not good for their studio. I feel like they're more studio guitars, which they have good. You can get them set up for certain things, but like I said, you learn as you go.
Yeah.
But I got this Gibson right here, and I've played about as many shows this year with it already that I've played with my Taylor last year, and this thing don't give me any trouble.
This is your newest one right there. You just got a couple months back.
Mm-hmm. This my baby that I'll never get rid of. This is a it's a songwriter edition. It's like a J45.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. I love it.
I remember when you got it.
You did?
Yeah. Tom was like, he's got him a new guitar. He's ready to go.
Ready to go, son.
Yeah. So you just
Does it shine good in the light?
Huh? Yeah, it shines real good in the light,
so
man.
Pretty.
It
Don't fall over now, girl.
I mean, are you? So we got a reference to John Major here. Did you name it? Got a name for it yet?
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the name?
Gabby.
Gabby
the Gibson.
Gabby. Okay. Do you sleep with it?
No.
Okay.
That's weird.
So
might break her.
So far, I'm the
She's
only one I've
fragile.
heard is Don Major's the only one that said he fell asleep with his guitar. It's like, all right, well, you sleep with your guitar. Good to know.
Well, hey.
He said he woke up with it in his arms like this. I said, okay.
Okay.
That's
No,
Yeah, shout
love
out
you,
John
John.
Major.
If you're
What
watching,
cheese
buddy, we're
and-
just busting your chops a little, man. So
Yeah, man. We like that you. Yeah, we like sleeping with your guitar. I mean, that you sleep with your guitar.
The truth comes out.
the truth comes out. You never know what's going to happen on the RDD show,
It's
Heck
true.
yeah.
and it can't stay here because we got 3 platforms watching us right now.
It's everywhere.
Hey, y'all.
Hey, y'all. So, I mean, you just had not too long ago, you had a little bit of an experience with Garth Brooks, right?
Well, yes, I did. I met him. I went to his daughter was having had a release party for her new album that just came out.
Yeah.
And I went and listened to a few songs. I didn't even know he was there. He didn't have his hat on or nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I didn't really recognize him too much.
Tom sent me the video.
Yeah.
He's like, your eyes were like, oh my God, like that's Garth Brooks. Like he's right next to me, man.
The dude standing next to me, he's like, that's Garth, right? I was like, no, that's not, but that's his daughter up there, right there. He's like, that's Garth. I was like, man, blame it all on me.
Let's go.
No, I didn't do that.
Yeah.
But I
But
did
you
walk.
wanted to.
I wanted
right?
to,
I
bro.
know.
Just hit it one time, bro, please.
Yeah.
Just one time. Just one time.
Yeah, no.
Your luck, though, your voice would have cracked.
Yeah, that's right.
That would be me too.
He'd have looked over and went, what the hell?
He
I told him, I was like, I'd love to play at your bar sometime, bro. I don't do the booking for that, but
Yeah. Yeah, no doubt, man. No doubt.
yeah, Garth Brooks, he's they can say what they want to about him, you know, his views and stuff, but he's definitely an entertainer, man. That's
Yeah.
why I like his style on stage.
I mean, the dude is, people can say what they want, but
He
I
gives
mean,
every
for
bit of
years,
himself.
he was entertainer of the year, back to back, year after year after year. I mean,
He give-
the dude can put on a show. I mean,
yeah, man, definitely.
say what you want.
Yeah,
He's a hell of an
he
entertainer.
gives every bit of himself too.
Yeah, and packed out shows everywhere, even up in the north, New York City. I mean, everywhere he's gone, he's packed it
Yeah.
out. You know, 'cause he's a hell of an entertainer. I mean, so what can you say? You know.
He was packing out metropolis areas before there was metropolises.
Absolutely, absolutely.
No,
Yeah. So hey, you know, normally sometimes I'll open the questions to the chat. Are you good? Are you open for that?
Yeah, man,
You know,
yeah.
So chat, if you guys got any questions, we can throw them up in the chat. And we can hit that segment right now if we want.
let's try them.
So we can see what everybody's got, and so throw them up. And you got quite the following, man. And
Thank you.
you got, I mean, you're the thing about it is you know, day in and day out, sitting in your lives watching, you got some faithful followers, like
Team TG is
Team
in the chat.
TG. They're
in the
here. They're
chat
showing
right
up,
now.
showing out for sure.
Hell yeah, man. Shout out Team TG. I love you guys.
Yeah, yeah.
Can't do it
So-
without y'all.
And really, really protective too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
do get a little
The trolls come in. They better watch out.
They're out of there.
They're
There ain't no 3-strike system. You don't collect
No.
$200, you're out.
Yeah. Let's go. So we got any questions?
Not
They even
yet.
think
Not
somebody's
yet.
talking.
Seriously? I'm really surprised that there's not some
That
questions.
just goes to
up
tell
there
you
yet.
how chill I am with them.
You're pretty open. You're pretty
Yeah,
open.
we know
You're just chill.
everything.
Yeah,
No.
absolutely. We love you, Tyler, Jamie.
Shout out.
Shout out, shout out. So, well, just think about it. If you guys got
Is
any
that
questions,
mic
throw them
wrapped
up
in
in
your? That is awesome.
Those mics are wrapped in mine.
Oh,
yeah.
they want to know if they can hear your newest song.
The newest song.
Mm.
He's thinking about it. He's thinking about it.
Next question. No, I'm just kidding.
You could give them a little.
I'll give a little clip.
taste.
I'll give a little taste.
Let's let them wait.
You want to wait
Let's
until
make it
late?
last.
I'll do it last.
Let's make
I
them
will.
wait.
I will. If you stay tuned in, you keep tapping that
Just
screen.
keep tabbing that screen.
How many
Stay
shares we
tuned.
got on there?
I don't know if we can see or not.
I'm not sure.
We got 40,000 likes.
Yeah.
40,000 likes.
40.
We need 140,000.
Let's go. Let's go.
Tap that screen. Get your daily hearts.
So
Okay, we've got one.
We need.
What is your favorite moment or memory as a musician?
That's a good question.
That is from Tunes and Throttles.
oh, Mr. Tunes, Eric.
What is my favorite? I can tell you a recurring feeling that is probably one of my favoriteest things about playing the guitar and singing. That I've found in any song that I learn to do or any song that I'm writing. There's a point where it clicks up here, and I don't even know how to explain it, but every musician can relate. There's a point where it clicks, and it don't always happen every time, but it clicks where you understand not the concept of the song, but the structure and the build of the song as a musician, and that feeling is like I don't even know, cause you get to, I guess it's like it's a real mental thing, cause like I sit down, for me anyway, I sit down and start trying to learn a song that I'm wanting to cover or something, and it could be real difficult in the structure, and I'm not that great of a guitar player. Like, I play by ear, and everything I've learned by ear. So
Yeah.
when I accomplish it and get it right, and then get the feel, it's just a good feeling. I don't understand. It's like chase that feeling sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's but yeah, that's probably that and seeing, you know, I got a bunch of young followers that look up to me, fans I would say, and they always love my music.
Yeah. Yeah. What's not to love?
So, well,
I mean,
I love my music.
yeah.
I definitely love my music, but there's always something that could be better. I'm my worst critic as well.
You should be.
Yeah.
You should be, man. I critique myself all the time. After this show, I'm probably running 100 things through my head of what could I have done better. What could what can I do better next
We've
time?
talked about
So,
before
yeah.
too, like in this business and just as people, if we ever are like, oh well, I'm so good at this, then you're like in a place where you're not learning and growing.
Right,
Like you have to be
right.
like, I think I'm pretty good, but like, what else can I pick up on? What else can I learn and be better? And that's definitely a good
You have to
tool.
stay open minded.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
like,
Rich has got one there. He's got one more question in the chat.
all
What
right.
is the most important piece of advice for an up and coming musician?
I would have to say just stay dedicated and don't take no for an answer. Not everybody's gonna like your music, and what you wrote today or what you play, how you play today is not how you're gonna play tomorrow if you keep on playing.
Yeah.
Keep playing, keep singing. If you feel like you need to work on singing, keep singing. That's all you can do. Is I used to take just a little, like how I got my style of singing was I used to play like tracks on YouTube and stuff, and I would sing them. I'd sing them, try to mimic, and then I'd take things from different artists and I would like make my own style.
Yeah. Yeah.
And just over time, I've just developed a. That's the biggest thing as an independent artist. Find your style, and whatever that may be, whatever you're best at, and stick to that. You know how they say find a niche
Yeah.
in social media?
Yeah.
Find your style, find your niche in music. If you want to be an artist,
Absolutely.
and there's people out there that like even as an artist, like I can hear them play an instrument or some kind of song that is in their genre or their style, and I'm like, who would listen to that? But there'd be 40 people sitting around going, that's bad, that's awesome.
Yeah.
There's always somebody out there that's gonna like you, like your music, because
Yeah.
there's people just like you,
And they're going to go share it with like-minded people that share that
Right.
same interest, man.
Yeah,
It's
man.
just-
That's
and it's-
TikTok taught me that, man.
Yeah.
TikTok taught me that, man. There's so many people out there. Not to get on this, but there's so many people out there that are really like fulfilling some kind of void, whether it's toxic or not. It's all how you do it.
Yeah.
But they're trying to they feel some kind of void and really meet people that has never met in person but care about each other. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right, right.
it's I was sad when they took it away. If that makes sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Not to sound like I didn't like go throw my Fortnite controller or anything.
Right.
Like, just spike the Xbox controller.
Let's go. That's funny. Yeah, I know a lot of people. I mean, it was kind of, people kind of went nuts over that too a little bit. But at the end of the day, it's not the end of the world.
That's right.
There's
Yeah,
there's other platforms, and it just may take you some time, and you might have felt like you lost some time, but you can make it up. You can make it up.
Speaking of
but-
TikTok, how many followers do you have?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Let's look it up.
Let's look it up. Sarah. So what are some of you? I mean, like, so we've talked quite a bit about your music and everything. But we hadn't really talked about your inspirations. Like, first, what originally inspired you to even be a musician?
Well, I started. So my family. I was raised up in church, and my family. My papa plays the guitar. My dad was a singer, and he plays the guitar, but he was a drummer. And so I guess my Uncle Brian was a drummer. Just that my whole family kind of did music, and I guess I thought being a drummer was cool. So at 7 years old, I picked up drumsticks and just went from there. And then I kind of started being a kid, and still sang in church a little bit, played in the church, on the church band. But then I turned 13 and I was getting in some trouble, just normal kid stuff.
Normal juvenile
My
stuff.
dad's
Yeah.
like, no, it wasn't. Yeah, no,
Okay.
no, man. No, I wasn't getting in trouble like that. But I was just hanging out with some people I didn't have no business. My dad's like, what do you want to do?
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I want to play the guitar. I want to be a country music singer. He's like, that's what you want to do. And that Christmas, he got me a guitar. I started learning the chords on my papa's Yamaha, like up until Christmas. This was like August or something.
Yeah.
And Christmas, I got an Albanese, and first song I ever learned how to play was "Don't Close Your Eyes." So, and I was a ballad singer. I was like, man, I'm gonna Keith Whitley.
Right on.
He
right
put it on my soul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So where do you find your inspirations today? Like what's your biggest influences?
Some of my biggest influences, like, I like Eric Church's style.
Yeah, man.
I've been told I sound like Eric Church. I don't try to sound like Eric Church, but I like his style, the way he builds his songs, the way he writes. He writes from the soul. You can tell he feels his music.
Yeah.
And that's how it comes out on the track. And it's not an easy vibe to get in the studio, because that's not always by the book. And when you're in the studio, you're working with professionals that are by the book.
Yeah.
Everything, but sometimes you have to. I don't know, like, because I'm not a studio professional.
Yeah.
I don't know all the lingo, but I know what I want it to sound like.
You know what you want it to sound like.
That's right.
That's how
Yeah,
I am
yeah.
too. Lyndon, my producer, God love him. He was showing me like the numbers, like on the national number system, and I just looked at him and I said, I need English. I have no clue what we're looking at. If we want to get this done today, that's the same way.
Yeah.
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 We'll be at rehearsal and they'll be like, it's 5, 4, 3, 1. And I'm like, let's do letters.
Yeah.
Let's do,
Let's do letters. How about that?
let's go, man. Let's
Yeah,
go.
man.
So, you got some shows coming up, right?
Yeah, man.
You actually, outside of Broadway, you've actually got. We were talking outside just a minute ago. You got one coming up Saturday, right?
Yeah, I'll be in Owensboro, Kentucky at the Strawberry Fest this weekend.
Right on.
Yep.
Strawberry Fest.
Yep.
And that sounds fun.
That's how you know you're in Kentucky.
Yeah.
Got the Strawberry
Back where
Fest.
we're from, we got the Strawberry Fest, we got the Corn Fest,
Porch Fest.
Porch Fest.
That was the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Ham
Yeah.
Festival.
What? Listen, they don't do that down south.
Do y'all have that here?
We-
Like festivals like that?
Porch
You do?
Fest, where they're
Porch
like,
Fest.
they get everybody. If you got a front porch on Main Street, it's getting used.
Yeah.
And you
Oh,
better
yeah?
believe it. So you better
Yeah.
just like clean it and get ready.
Like a musician on every porch, or
Yes.
Not even kidding.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Side
Wow.
by side. And people are driving their golf carts and they block off downtown.
Y'all see that man on Jimmy's porch? I didn't even know he lived here. That type of style. It's fun.
That's kind of cool though.
That's where you want to be at, because
It's a
then
big
all
deal, yeah.
listen, every yard will have like a bunch of people, and it's fun. And then they got food trucks set up on Main Street and the corner street. Like, it's nice. It
And
when
then
I say
there's a
crazy,
main
it was fun.
stage,
Like
too.
crazy
There's
meaning
a-
fun. Like, it was fun.
Interesting.
It's
Interesting.
a family fun thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. People come from all over too.
They do.
That's kind of neat. I mean, I think like you talk about. I can't think of much in Oklahoma. Like we have a watermelon festival in Rush Springs,
Ooh.
Oklahoma,
Yeah.
every year.
Y'all be crawling
They-
around there.
oh yeah, make some watermelon wine and like all kinds of stuff, man. Like
Watermelon
that's
wine.
right.
No.
That's right. It's,
That was a strawberry.
yeah,
wine
the
tribute.
strawberry one. I knew where you were going with it. I was following. So, but yeah,
I like
can't-
that hat right there, bud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that man, interesting story, man. My wife just recently did her ancestry.com thing, and she found some relatives that she didn't know she had, and we'll just keep it simple. And she turns out she's got a half brother out there, and he owns a chain of bicycle stores. It's Victory Bikes. He's got two in Memphis and one down in North Carolina. And we visited them on the way up, and saw this hat in his store, and he was like, I said, I'll dig that hat. And he was like, take it. So
Perks of being the brother.
I guess so.
I'd like to point out that it says Rust Buster on the
It
side.
does say Rust
Buster.
It's a bicycle shop.
Does he got a big bill?
it's-
Shout out,
awesome.
It's like
Rustbuster.
Yeah.
it's like high end bicycles, like competition style, like
Yeah.
ones you can walk up and lift up with one finger, kind of.
Uh.
Like it's crazy. I was like, I didn't ever seen bikes that cost $5,000 or $6,000.
Bikes on
like,
keto or something.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Goodness.
Yeah, yeah.
Them
We
bikes
thought
is healthy.
music was expensive.
Yeah, it's crazy. But I may be exaggerating, but there were some high dollar bikes. I know there were a few in there up over a couple thousand. There,
Wow.
so yeah, they get pricey, but that whole side of they're all into it. Like they actually, not only does he own the bikes, but he does bike marathons and stuff. Man, it's crazy. So
Wow.
yeah,
Man, that's awesome though.
so
That's
interesting.
hard. That's like, that's not easy.
It is a cool hat. I'm a hat guy. I brought like 6 or 7 with me, and I've gained like 3 or 4 since I've been here. And my wife's like, "How many do you need?" And I'm like, "As many as I want."
You keep 'em-
I
you keep
think
'em-
I have at least 4 or 5 with me.
Yeah.
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 You know me. I'm a hat
I just brought
collector.
this all ball caps too. It's not even counting my cowboy hats at the house.
Yeah.
I got a closet full, man.
I
It's
just
crazy.
I just haven't stepped into the cowboy area yet. I don't think.
I mean, I'm into rare stuff too, man. I've got an Aussie style hat that's made out of elephant skin.
Stop it.
Yeah, no, seriously. Like I'm into like exotic stuff too. Like
That's
I got a
elephant
pair
skin?
of boots that are sea turtle. I got a
What?
yeah
Sea turtle boots?
yes yeah.
Why didn't you wear them tonight?
I wore them the first night.
I told him, I said, don't tell me that. I love turtles.
I mean, they don't just like go out and like
Well, what do they
We should
do?
probably
Hunt 'em.
not
They're-
talk
Yeah,
about
no,
they don't go out and like
Yeah.
hunt them or nothing. They
Shout
just,
out Noggin, dude.
sea turtles, they pass on. They live their life, and they got it.
156 and
Yeah.
still
So-
young.
That's right.
Shout out Finding Nemo.
That's great stuff, man. That's
Dang,
great
man.
stuff.
Disney's going to send us a memo or an invoice for that comment.
They might.
I'm just
What?
kidding.
But they just got a shameless plug, so
They
I
did.
mean, shout out to Disney, whatever.
Chase is like, if I hear shameless plug one more time,
Why does he keep riding on you like that, Shane?
That's good stuff, man. Oh man, we've had some good laughs this week for sure, man, for sure. We got 2 more after you and 1 tomorrow, man. It's been a busy
I've been
week.
busy,
It's been
man.
great.
I was watching last night a little bit.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
It's been good. It's been good. So, so what's plans after this weekend? What you got coming up?
Well, me and the band's still getting tight. We got some shows coming up. We got July the 3rd. We'll be down at Hubie's in Kentucky, Catawba, and then we got it's on the same lake actually. It's on the 5th. Then we got back in Morganfield, Kentucky on the 19th.
Yeah.
At I don't even know what the name of that is. Yep, didn't fact check.
Didn't fact check
I'm
it.
impressed though, because I cannot tell you what I'm doing tomorrow, much less like,
I just
a
learned what a
ways
Google
out.
Calendar does for real.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
still trying to teach her how to tell me right.
Did you know about Google Docs and Sheets before Maria and I started? Did you?
I did
Did you?
actually.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's
It's
kind of a
convenient.
neat. That's
What
a
is
neat
it?
tool. Google Docs and Sheets. It's like
Oh.
live. Like I mean, it's
Oh,
it's
yeah, you
real.
can-
great. Like we use them for like songwriter camps and stuff. Like we're sitting around songwriter camps, and if we'll group up or whatever, and we'll just start putting our input in on a song.
Okay.
And then we just kind of collaborate from there, and like, no, I don't really like that. Let's change this and that.
And
so
it changes
it's
in real time.
live. So like you can actually see somebody typing and.
Yeah,
It's-
that was us yesterday.
Yeah.
I
yesterday.
was like, whoa, somebody's typing
yeah,
on this.
it's pretty neat. It's a great tool. We used it for the studio.
Heck yeah.
We Marie and I put one together and shared it to Chase. We had all the sponsors and everything, and he had everything ready to go when we got here. And just,
Professional.
yeah.
Chase, appreciate. I didn't mean to call you Steve a while ago, Chase.
It's all right. Just don't call him late for dinner.
No,
Yeah.
we won't do that.
It's all good, man. It's all good. We're getting pretty close to the top of the hour, and we've been talking a while, man. Let's give him a song.
I'm trying to decide if I want to show him this average Joe. Wasn't prepared
It's
for
entirely up to you,
this.
brother.
Wasn't prepared for this.
Why don't you give him a little sneak peek?
Just a little sneak.
Little
We-
sneak
do
peek.
it
I
on the Red Dirt Disciple. Let's try it.
Rich
Dude,
is still.
is-
I hope
is
Rich
this-
is
Forgive
still
me
in
if I
here.
mess it up.
Is this the one that we were gonna hold off on?
Yeah, do you want me to still hold off?
No. Go ahead.
Did you want me to?
No. I was just making sure it was the same song, because it wasn't. I was gonna
work
let you
here.
give him the sneak peek of this one and then lead into that one, but
Sneak peek of what one?
the sneak peek of
Your brand new
Oh
song.
yeah.
your brand new
My
song.
bad, I'm sorry.
Your brand new song. Stay with me,
We're gonna
Tom.
try this, man.
Love you, brother. Stay with
I love
me.
you, my man.
What happens when you put 3 ADHD people all together?
So this is I don't really know exactly. So when I write songs like this anyway, I don't write it down or nothing. So we're gonna try it.
All right.
It's called Average Joe's. My daddy was a carpet man, laying floor for most of his life. Always coming up with the sun, coming back home when it's down to 9. Did it like it was nothing, it was all he had. Hell, it was a whole lot of something. Let me drink to that, this is for the average Joes. Just going with the flow. Living life one day at a time, never really quite walking that line. Everybody get your drinks up high for the average Joe. Yeah, that's all we're gonna play out right here because I just messed up the whole first verse.
That's all right.
I think we pushing.
You just like said you didn't write it down. So
I didn't write it down.
I mean,
but it's
How
good.
old is that song?
About 6 hours.
see, so people can't expect much, man. It sounded
But the
good.
clip I'm fitting to load up later is on point.
It's got a good flow already. So keep working
It's
on it.
pretty
man.
good.
Yeah.
It's a sing along, I think.
Yeah,
That's what we're gonna go with anyway.
right on.
I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear it. So, give them a full song now.
Oh, a full one? You want a full one?
Don't put that thing away. It's a beautiful guitar. Let's go.
All right. That's become like a chat favorite kind of. It's all I need is you. That 40-hour long work week always seems to get the best of me, but ain't nothing that a cold bit can't fix. I can do you one better than that, talking about you and me cuddled up on the couch, yeah. And your lips on my lips. All I need is you, girl, in this cold world. Girl, it's dark out there, saying light on me. When it gets rough and the rain comes, we could dance out in it in our wet bare feet, yeah. You're all I need. All I need is you, girl, yeah. And when you're doing that thing that you're doing right there, girl, I can't resist. I'm thinking me and you, alone in a room with nothing but a candle lit. Let's get this food to go and get on the road, but keep your hands on me till we get on. And I help you undress. All I need is you, girl, in this cold world. Girl, it's dark out there, shining light on me. When it gets rough and the rain comes, we could dance out in it in our wet bare feet, yeah. You're all I need, yeah. All I need is you, girl, yeah. All I need is you, girl. As long as I'm with you, everything is alright. I don't need nobody else, long as you by my side. With that gorgeous hair and that beautiful smile, and the way you're looking at me really drive me wild. So go and slide on up in this dusty seat, and we can go and knock the mud off these 33s. I got the 5% tint so they can't see in, and the water's feeling fine, baby, dive on in. So go and take my hand like you took my heart, and we can hang out underneath these stars. All I need is you, girl, in this cold world. Girl, it's dark out there, shining light on me. When it gets rough and the rain comes, we can dance out in it in our wet bare feet, yeah. You're all I need, yeah. All I need is you, girl, yeah. All I need is you. What's up, vibe, I guess?
Let's go, man. Let's go.
I have to tell.
Put that in there for you, Colt. I'm just kidding.
I have to tell this. My boys, they know every word to every Tyler Garrett song, and that's one of their favorites. They sing along. So
It's a good song.
yeah.
It's a good song, man.
I appreciate
I
it.
like how you threw a little bit of that Florida rap in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, son.
I can't help it
It-
sometimes.
Well, you're true to your roots, man.
Well, try to be anyways.
I was fixing to say you might want to pull that a little closer.
Well, that's probably good that they didn't hear.
We had a fun time the other day watching Eldon's arm come across the screen. the other
Oh
day.
yes, I like.
The hand.
John
like
John
the
Major had a
claw.
well. So that stand was loose when John Major was here, and it kept leaning. So every time he'd pull it back, it would kind of just slowly come back my way. So I'd go. And
You know that hand you get when you go in the
Yeah.
pickle jar. That's the pickle claw.
That's awesome, man.
It was funny, and I was over here watching it happen on the live, and I was like, this is funny.
Jeez.
That's great, man. Hey,
man.
that's the kind of stuff you get with live production, man. It
Yeah.
just that's
What you see is what you get. I tell my chat.
that's what makes it so raw, man. I love it. I
Yeah.
love it, man. It's
Yeah,
great
man.
stuff, man. It's great stuff.
uncut, unrehearsed.
We had another question too. Somebody asked, "Where do you see yourself in 5 years?"
Yes. Yeah.
Well, I can tell you this: in 2027, I'm setting it in stone. I'll be headlining the Bridgestone, bro,
Let's
or
go.
Nissan Stadium.
Let's go.
So
Manifest, man.
manifestation.
We've been preaching that all week, man. Like
If y'all share this live out right now, we can get there a little quicker, and so can every other artist on this. Y'all share this
Tap
live
that
out.
screen,
sure,
guys.
let's go. Let's go.
Tapping
So-
is clapping.
If you ain't tapping, you napping.
Man, what's been one of the I kind of was thinking about this a minute ago. I ask this sometimes, and I haven't asked it in a while, so we're gonna ask it with you, man. Don't get nervous.
No, I'm just trying to. This pillow's been really. Dang, this
There you-
chair's got a back on it.
he's like, man, I've been here this whole time.
Gabby's uncomfortable. Sorry,
I was wondering why you was puffed up.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you're good. You're good. Where what's been the funniest moment in a performance for you? Like, what's something just off the wall that's happened during a performance that you'll never forget? Just
Well, I can tell you. So my bass player is he's my buddy, man. His name's Red Parker. He's so funny, but he's got the driest personality you've ever met in your life. Like, just so dry. And we're getting ready. We're in between getting ready for the next set. And no, we already started the next set, and we're like 2 songs in. And so the guitar player and the drummer is like talking about the beginning of this song. And so we get ready to start the song up, and I turn around, but man, Red's gone. He done jumped off the stage. So every time he does this, though, he makes it a point. He has to go. He has to use the bathroom. He has to go to the bathroom when he gets on stage. Like, he's got the pee.
yeah. No, I get you.
Yeah.
I'm following.
He's like, I gotta go to the bathroom, eh? You know? Like, all right, man. But as so far this year, that's Red disappeared. I told him we're gonna hire a porta potty service to put beside the stage for him.
Get him a catheter or something.
Maybe a bucket. Yeah, one that runs like off the stage or something. Get one of them straw hats with a bag on the back.
You have to hire a doctor on staff to install a catheter every show.
Everybody thinks that's beer. No, I'm just kidding.
It's my
Anyways,
beer IV.
That's so funny. But no, really, and just messing up, man. I mean, just the funniest. There's really never any, because it's so stressful right now at the point that I'm at. I have to like set everything up, and I think in the beginning, like, I mean, there's some funny stuff, but like it's like a tire blowing out or something. Like, I was late today, like 4 hours late.
The life and times of a musician.
It's hard work.
It-
It really
it is.
is.
That's
I mean,
not-
especially what we do. Like, I mean,
If you want a good name,
You're go,
Yeah.
man. And I mean, if you're doing something, you're grinding. I mean, you're go. So you're gonna have those times for sure, man.
you could be the best singer in the world if you ain't organized and prepared and on time. Your ass ain't gonna get nowhere.
I remember hearing stories from my grandmother, Hank Williams Jr. He's being late as hell to his shows, and then he show up so stoned he couldn't even perform. You know, it's like So you know, it's
He had somebody. He had somebody there getting him there. It's
100%, man.
Shout out to all the background people that help make things happen.
straight up.
Exactly.
Shout out to my team at Thomas Entertainment, by the way. Too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
My whole
100%,
squad,
man.
man. They work
Yeah.
really hard to get me
Yeah, man.
out there and get the music heard and get our videos seen. Like it takes us definitely there's a lot of talent behind one artist. You know what I'm saying? It's not just
There is
not
a lot,
just
lot
somebody
of
put
behind the
out.
scenes, man.
Yeah, man. It's a lot
And
of work.
even anything in our industry, man. It's you know,
And then
even
what
this.
you do is
I mean,
not easy.
the work we've put into this, you know, it's the same thing. It's a lot of behind the scenes stuff, and
Yeah, man.
you know, people can sit and talk smack all day about creators. And you know, why don't you get a real job and stuff like that? But you know what? I can say this: until you do it yourself, you don't know.
It's not easy.
You don't know. It's not easy. It's another full-time job, and I already have one. So I work 2 full-time jobs, and some of y'all work 3. You know.
And
so-
people talk about people that work at home. Like working at home is just what it says. Like it turns your house into a job. So
Yeah,
you never feel like you're like relaxing unless you got the luxury of having a separate office in the house or something like that. And you
Yeah.
don't have that luxury, man. It gets to a point where you feel like you're not doing nothing if you're not doing what you're supposed to, like working,
Yeah, absolutely.
even
Absolutely,
at
man.
nighttime. So
Good talk, real
Yeah, man.
talk, man.
I appreciate you.
man. Tyler. It's been great, dude. We're at the top of the hour.
thank you so much for
yeah,
having
man.
me, for real.
I appreciate you coming, man, making
Yeah, man.
time for this.
Sarah, thank you so much.
Busy
By the way,
schedule,
we're gonna
so-
get on writing that song. By
That's
the way,
right.
Yeah.
Now stay tuned.
It's gonna happen. Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Yeah,
So,
man.
We've
we're gonna
already
make it-
we've already got some people ready to pre-save. I just know it.
Yeah. Oh
It's
yeah.
ready.
100%. Y'all.
Matter of
do.
fact, drop a heart in the chat if you're gonna pre-save it.
So,
Yeah.
That's good stuff, man. Again, thanks. I appreciate it. Chat, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, everybody. We're going to take a short break, and we are going to reset for the next artist coming in. We have Erin Stoll is here in the studio with us, and she's going to be up next, and can't wait for you guys to hear what she's got going on. So we'll be right back.
Go check
Thanks
out
for
Beach
joining
Buzz.
in.
Yeah.
Morning coffee still gets lonely. One cup, not two. Sometimes I miss you. We're falling apart, ain't as hard as staying together alone. Two rights, both wrong. Let go, hang on. So far, so good, so gone. Goodbyes, fresh starts, clean slates, and old scars. New life, new dreams. Okay, with just me. There's no regrets and no second guessing what we had to do. Two rights, both wrong. Let go, hang on. So far, so good, so gone. Two rights, both wrong. Let go, move on. So long.
I've been wrong so many times, and I know your heart is tired, trying to be a man I was before. You deserve more. And I put that bottle down when that smoke from these reds is all gone now. Trying to be a man I was before. My mind's at war. Trying to be a man I was before. 'Cause your love kept me out of trouble, like a pack of marbles always kept me sane. And your heart beating next to mine at midnight got me drunk in love, like the whiskey in my veins. Without you, doing this alone, with a broken heart and an empty bottle. And I swear I didn't mean all those drunk texts I shared with those horrible things. Trying to be the man that you deserve. I know it ain't me. I wanna be the man you see me. 'Cause your love kept me out of trouble, like a pack of marbles always kept me sane. And your heart beating next to mine at midnight got me drunk in love, like whiskey in my veins. Without you, doing this alone, with a broken heart and an empty bottle. 'Cause your love kept me out of trouble, like a pack of marbles always kept me sane. And your heart beating next to mine at midnight got me drunk in love, like the whiskey in my veins. Without you, doing this alone, with a broken heart and an empty bottle. I ain't prayed for nothing in such a long, long time. 'Cause it seems when it comes to me, he ain't listening to mine. It's like he's up there laughing down while I'm on this bar stool drowning rounds. Too many heartbreaks make you wonder if he's real. But I wasn't listening till God sent down a girl. And I found Jesus in those bright eyes, found the Holy Ghost all inside. I found the way in heaven to step dancing with some bell in your arms. I found scripture through her red lips. She feel this kind of love. I ain't trying to blaspheme, I just understand a little more now. 'Cause girl, you're teaching me new feelings, like the way you so loves the world. I've been stubborn and unopened, but God ain't damn girl. And I found Jesus in those bright eyes, found the Holy Ghost on inside. I found the way to heaven, it's to step dancing with some bell in your arms. I found scripture through her red lips, she got forgiveness in her heart. I found a church in with right, you'll come twirling her up and down this bar. Now I'm reading every word that's written in my Bible, 'cause God sent me a girl. Now my soul's going through some kind of heart revival, and I'm seeing everything good he put in the world. 'Cause I found Jesus in those bright eyes, found the Holy Ghost soul inside you. I found the way to heaven, it's just step dancing with some bell in your arms. And I found scripture through her red lips, she got forgiveness in her heart. I found a church in with right, you'll come twirling her up and down this bar. Now I'm reading every word that's written in my Bible. Now I'm seeing.
Welcome back, everybody. If you're just coming in, if you've been here, you know what's going on. If you're just coming in, this is the Red Deer Disciple podcast. We are live here in Nashville, Tennessee, technically Mount Juliet, but close enough. We're away from the madness that's going on down right now, getting ready for CMA Fest is
Right.
what we're doing. It is CMA Fest week, and it is a madhouse down there, and lots going on. It's gonna be a great time this weekend, though. But we needed a chill environment, so we chose Mount Juliet. So, we're going to get going here in just a few. We've got a couple of sponsors to talk about, so we'll talk about those, and then we'll lead into our new guest for the hour. And she's been very accommodating. I can't wait for you guys to meet her. Our first sponsor is Decorative Concrete Solutions. They specialize in self-designed decorative concrete coatings and outdoor court resurfacing. And they do an absolutely outstanding job. You can find them on Facebook. You can see all the cool designs that they do on concrete. This one's kind of near and dear to my heart. This is actually, we talked about, my ties to Florida, and this company belongs to my cousin down there in Florida. Shout out Shane. Love you, cuz. Not sure if you're tuning in, but if you are, appreciate the support you've given me, and some of the introductions that you've given me, with some of your connections. So appreciate you, man.
All right. Our second sponsor is Tunes and Throttles, our buddy.
Our buddy Eric. Yes,
Yep.
sir.
Um,
Yes, ma'am.
Did
Sorry.
you call me sir?
No, I said Eric, and I was like, yes, sir, because, yeah.
I'm
no.
kidding. Okay, so Tunes and Throttles is an independent country artist podcast for true country music. They get true country writers from all over the country to showcase their music and themselves live on TikTok and YouTube. The podcast is also posted to YouTube immediately following. You can find them on TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook.
Absolutely. I want to give a big shout out to Eric while we're talking about Tunes and Throttles, because
Yes.
you've known me for some time, and people that know us know we've become pretty good friends. And the thing about it is this is you know as well as I do is I'm about I'm not about competition in
Right.
this industry, whether it be music or podcast industry. I'm a firm believer, and I preach this, and anybody who follows me knows that I'm a firm believer in building each other up. And
Yeah.
Tunes Eric, we call him Tunes, but Eric came to me early on, just shortly after I started this podcast, and we connected and we hit it off. And we work off each other, and we build
Right.
each other up, and we play off each other. We go live together sometimes, and he's just a great guy. And I got to give him a shout out because although I did have some backups in case something happened while I was here, our next guest is because of Eric. He hit me up and he was like, "Hey, if your other backups fall through, I got a good one for you." And he introduced me to our guest here, Erin. And So we're gonna lead right into that, and we have the lovely Erin Stoll with us,
Howdy.
and it's good to have you.
Hi.
It's good to have
Good
you.
to be here.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
And I feel kind of special because you've got to hustle and bustle, and
Yeah,
you've got to
yeah.
get to a show after this, and so I feel honored because you've made the time to do this, and it
course.
makes me it's awesome.
It's
Thank
happy
you.
to be
true
here.
testament to the craft.
Yes.
For
The
sure.
The
Yeah.
go.
And
Absolutely.
I love doing interviews and I love talking. I love talking. Imagine that. But I love talking and meeting new people. You know,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
part of the fun of it. So
And it was kind of like, I called you just shortly after Eric hooked
yeah.
us up, and
Eric's awesome.
And I mean, I felt like I could have talked on the phone with you for hours right
Yeah.
then and there, and it was like, well, let's save some of it for the interview, and
For sure.
so we call it an interview, man. But I've got one of my biggest inspirations is Joe Rogan. I love
Rogan's
the
awesome.
format of this. I love, and it's really just kind of. That was not a shameless plug. This is just me being real, right? I like the just relaxed conversation. You know, it's
Yeah.
so I don't really even kind of consider them an interview as much as it's just real talk, really just rawness and just getting down to the nuts and bolts of life. You know, and in our life, the world we live in, music, right?
Crazy world.
Yeah, the crazy world, all the weirdos. We've talked about that. But welcome again. I appreciate you coming,
Thank
and I appreciate you making time. So,
Thanks for having me.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Oh my gosh, I don't even know where to start.
There's just so much.
There is. I've been doing this I've been in bands for a long time, but as Erin Stoll for a little over 10 years. And I've just, I recorded my first EP down here, in 2016, babe? My husband's here.
Yeah. Shout out to the hubby. Support
Shout out
system
to the
here.
hubby. So if there's people
Yeah.
on TikTok, they've seen Caleb on my lives. But that was like 2016. I came out with my first EP, and it's been crazy since then. Then I recorded 3 more singles last year,
Yeah.
2 more this year, and recorded an album this year. Moved down here in October, actually. Sold everything. He sold his business. Sold our house, moved our family down here, and we're like,
Props,
we're all
brother.
in. Let's
Props.
go. So here we
Man.
are.
That's love.
Yeah,
That's love
for
and
sure.
support at its fullest. At its
For
fullest.
sure. He must believe in me.
Don't get any ideas, honey. No, I'm just kidding. She might be the one selling all her stuff. I don't know. I'm the one in the music industry now. So yeah.
But yeah,
No.
I mean, music. This is something I've always known I was going to do. Even as a little girl, I always told my parents, like, I'm going to be a rock star someday. And my parents were like, yeah, whatever. And
Here
not
you
that I'm
are.
a rock star, but sort of.
Well, I mean, we're all kind of
But I'm
rock
here.
stars in our own way, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So,
That's
yeah.
right.
Yeah, it's,
So I just never stopped chasing the dream, you know.
yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
Yeah.
That's good stuff. And you got some big things. You got some big things in the works.
Yeah, for sure. So the album came out. But my plan is to
All
record
streaming platforms?
Yes, all streaming platforms, all of it. My plans were to record a couple more singles this year. I'm up for some ISSA awards, some Josie Music Awards. I won one last year,
Yeah.
the same weekend that we moved here, for my song "Country Girls Do It Better."
Yeah.
So I've got that going
for,
on.
For those in on social media that's
Yeah.
watching us that don't know anything really about our world other than, we're in the music industry. What kind of fill them in on what's the Josie Awards?
So the Josie Music Awards are one of the biggest independent music awards for indie artists, so
Yeah.
not artists that are not signed to major labels.
Yeah,
It's held at the Grand Ole Opry
Yeah.
every year.
Which I was there today. Awesome.
Were you? Yes,
Such
it
a great
is.
experience.
It really is.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a pretty amazing accomplishment to just get one, even be
Yeah.
nominated, because not everybody that's nominated gets the actual nomination,
Yeah.
and not everybody gets an award. So it's crazy.
And if you want to know more about it, read into it
Yeah.
because I've known about them for years and I knew what they were, but I really started digging into it a little bit deeper just recently, and they've got Josie Awards for broadcasters
Yeah.
and professionalism, like people like me doing what I do,
like indie
So,
labels and
absolutely.
TV radio.
So it's more so you guys. No.
Make sure you nominate
So
them.
it would I would love to. It'd be a great honor, but that's not my goal. My goal is to push and promote my independent friends and help them get their music out there.
Which is amazing because
like
we need
that,
all
so-
the help that we can get.
Yeah.
So we appreciate that kind of stuff.
It's an honor. It's an honor. I love surrounding myself with musicians. I'm just as weird as you guys are.
I'm not weird. No, I'm just kidding. My kids would tell you otherwise. You're so weird, Mom.
I used to tell my parents that all the time. My dad would tell me, he's like, well, you know what happens when weird people get together? And I was like, what's that? And he's like, we have weirdos. So yeah, it's
For sure.
so
For sure.
It's,
We're all a little crazy.
we're all a little nutty for sure.
That makes it interesting, though. We're not all the same, so
right.
we got to keep it interesting.
Yeah.
That's
right.
Absolutely. So and then the ISSA awards.
Same thing. That's held in Atlanta, Georgia in August. I'm actually playing the pre-party for the ISSA Awards. It's Indie Awards. And it's held at, I forget where it's held. I'm like, crap, I don't even remember where
Google.
I'm playing, but
Google.
I'm playing the pre-party. So I have to get moving on that. But I'm up for, I want to say 6 ISSA Awards as well this year.
And what does
So,
ISSA stand for?
International Singer-Songwriter Association.
Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Mouthful.
Yeah. Yeah. I was up for, I think, 7 last year. I didn't get any, which I was honored to even be nominated for it. But
And for
hopefully this
7.
year.
For
7.
7.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's awesome, though.
I was shocked.
Congratulations.
Oh my God.
Congratulations.
Thank
yeah.
you. Thank you.
Absolutely.
It's definitely been a crazy year so far, even since last year. I mean, everything's just taken off, and it's like I can't even remember half of the stuff that I've done in the last year and a half. But yeah, it's been a crazy ride. It's been great.
That's awesome.
I've been blessed for sure.
Speaking of crazy rides, there's a story that Sarah needs to tell.
Yes.
And first of all, let me tell
is
you
the
something
best.
about Sarah. Gets so excited when there's another woman on the show.
I really do.
She does.
Girl
I
power.
also was the first female to be on your podcast.
She was my very
That's
first
awesome.
female vocalist
Yes.
that I interviewed.
Yes.
So she
That's an
will, she
honor.
will always hold that.
Repping for the
has that-
girlies
She
out
has
here.
that title. She has that title.
Matter of fact, they were
Awesome.
going to change the schedule, and I said, "You better not."
You know, here's what's funny. Yeah, so I had a cancellation, and I was scrambling to get it filled, and just for a brief moment, I had like 3 other females that really wanted on the show. And I knew immediately, because her and I had talked so much at that point already. I was like, Sarah Beth would kill me if I brought another female on before her. And
I wanted
so
my claim.
she wanted her
that.
claim.
That's
she
the
was
first
staking
female
it.
on
I love
there.
it.
100%.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, and I
Yeah.
would never take that title from her. So she owns it and wears
love
it
it.
proudly.
Yeah.
So,
great.
but you guys, you have an interesting story. So this is how God works with Red Dirt Disciple Network, and how we know that things fall in place and are meant to be. So let's hear it.
So, if anybody is in the Nashville area, or you've ever been to CMA Fest, it is crazy right now, even crazier than usual. So the
let me
odds-
back up a minute. I need to give just a little bit of prece.
Okay.
To so she is here because we had a cancellation. I kind of already mentioned that a little bit.
Yes.
So remember that part of the story, and then
Yes.
yeah, go.
Okay,
all
so
you.
I was doing a little shopping, as I do today, and I went to the boot barn. Well, I went back into the boot barn, and I was checking out, and these 2 beautiful ladies were in front of me, and I heard one of them say, "I'm a celebrity stylist," and I said, "Ooh, I'm not famous yet, but I would like to be, so can I please have one of your business cards also?" And she says, "Yes," and then Erin turns around, and she was like, "What's your name?" And I said, "Sarah Beth," and then I said, "Sarah Beth Brewer," and she said, "Oh my gosh, I'm on the podcast tonight." And I was like, "Tell me your name." She said, "Erin," and we just like started hugging. Of all the places,
I look completely different. When you saw me earlier, I
and
had no
even-
makeup on.
I even told her and her stylist, I said, "I promise I'll look cute tonight." I was wearing a Bass Pro hat. And
You
like
look
a
so
little
cute today, though. Come on.
jumpsuit thing, but thank you. It was like, I had chills. I was like, there is no way, of all the thousands of people that are downtown right now, we
Right.
just smacked into each other at the checkout
That was wild.
at Boot Barn.
Not
Yeah.
a coincidence.
And the
Not a
fact that
coincidence.
I went there this morning and had to go back to get something else, that was just like, the
Right,
timing
right.
was
It's-
impeccable.
100%.
So that
not a
was hilarious.
coincidence.
And now you might have
Yeah.
a stylist too at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's the best.
and
Stephanie
it's-
J. Style.
Yeah.
Look her up.
It's an awesome story. It really is. And
Yeah,
I
it
did not
is.
mean to interrupt you. I
No.
just needed people to know that this is not a coincidence.
Yeah.
Like, this things just fell into place
Yeah.
and it's meant to be, right? So,
sure.
yeah. So sorry I interrupted you. Sarah.
No, it's fine. But
It's a
yeah,
great story.
It was great. It was
Yeah,
awesome.
it's awesome.
Yeah.
It's great. So,
Insane.
yeah, I really like to lead off with songs a lot. So,
Sure.
if you want to give us one,
Sure. Everybody loves my song "Country Girls Do It Better," so I probably should do that first.
let's go.
Especially the people on TikTok watching, they're probably like, "She needs to play
Yeah,
that."
she needs to play that.
Because
It-
if Eric's watching and if Rich is watching,
Yeah,
Beats Farm.
yeah.
Yes.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
here. Rich is here. Yes.
Hey, Rich.
So Rich is Beats Farm is another podcaster that
amazing.
actually he's a wonderful dude, and he actually purchased some of my old sound equipment when I upgraded, so I kind of helped get him
Oh,
started
that's
a little
cool.
bit. So
Okay.
yeah, and so he's great guy, great another podcaster that I work close with.
I don't want to break it.
No, you're good.
I love your strap, by the way. That's
Thank
so
you.
pretty.
So this is a Kayla strap. I don't even know if she's still around. I got this, gosh, 2015 maybe, which is like a long time ago. What is that, 10 years ago?
10 years, yeah.
But like the Kayla strap thing is worn off on the strap or
Oh,
whatever.
yeah.
But yeah, I love this thing. As you can tell, it's been used and
Right.
abused. But I was going to take it off, but
Yeah.
Work. You've been
It
putting in the
looks
work.
good,
yeah, over the years.
Yeah.
So, all right. Country Girls Do It Better. Hopefully I don't mess up. I got these chunky bracelets on, which is, hopefully they don't make a bunch of noises. But does that sound okay? Is it too loud? Okay. I didn't sound check, so. Used to drive my daddy's Chevy in bright red stiletto heels, nails and hair all dyed up, pulling bass with the Zepco reel. I'm a small town, homegrown 45 smoke show, raised up in the boondocks. I love church bells ringing, crickets singing, and dancing on a truck bed toolbox. I don't need no man to bait my hook, don't need 'em to load my gun. This angel smile's got a fight inside my heart's a wild one. I'm a Jesus loving, mudding, hunting, blue jean came on leather. If you all don't know, now you know. The country girls do it better. 'Cause we do. Yeah, yeah, do it better. I'm a front porch glass of red wine. When I'm a whiskey, I'm a double. I ain't scared of a good time mixed with a splash of trouble. I don't need no man to bait my hook, don't need 'em to load my gun. This angel smile's got a fight inside my heart, a wild one. I'm a Jesus loving, mudding, hunting, blue jean came on leather. If you all don't know, now you know. The country girls do it better. We do. I'm cowgirl boots and backwood roots with a 45 on my side. A Wrangler wearing, born God-fearing, all-American kind. I don't need no man to bait my hook, don't need 'em to load my gun. This angel smile's got a fight inside my heart, a wild one. I'm a Jesus loving, mudding, hunting, blue jean came on leather. If you all don't know, now you know. The country girls do it better. Yeah, yeah, do it better. Country girls. It sounds much better with my band, but it's kind of a rock and roll country song, but you know. I was sitting really awkward too. Next time I'm going to just.
Kind of pull up a little
Yeah.
bit. There you go. Yeah.
My stylist, who's also, she's got a music background too. She used to actually teach high school music or whatever. And she would probably yell at me for slouching and trying to sing. She's probably watching like, Aaron. Come on now.
You know, posture is it's kind of tough to remember sometimes. We get, especially when you're in a comfortable environment, right?
For sure.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So, what is that? What is your guitar?
It's a Takamine.
Okay,
So
okay,
I had a Martin,
okay.
and it was like the X series or whatever. So it wasn't an expensive one. It was like an $800 Martin or whatever.
Yeah,
But like I could never get comfortable with it, and it was always too bassy. And so I was in Muscle Shoals. I was headlining a little festival out there,
okay.
and we went into Counts Brothers Music, which is like the legendary music store down there.
Yeah,
And I saw this thing, and I played a couple other ones too. And I was like, if this fits in my guitar case, I'm trading this bad boy in. So I did. Now I'm struggling with this one because I feel like it's got too bright of a sound.
okay.
And I've tried like thicker strings and all that stuff, but
Yeah,
I mean, I like it, but I'll just get a different one. Yeah,
yeah.
please.
Yeah. So there it is, right there, guys. Support system.
So I struggle with it, but I like it. And I have really little hands.
Yeah.
And so like the neck of it's kind of thick too, but
I
it is
feel
what it
you.
is. Yeah.
Feel you.
So it's
Yeah.
hard to play bar chords, and
Yeah.
But you love your hummingbird. I mean, like
hummingbirds
how's
are
that-
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's another one I looked at, but
Yeah.
You
I kinda
kind of
want
looked
Taylor.
at me odd. Are you not
It's
loving
a
it so
J-
much?
It's a J200. I wasn't gonna. It's a little different. It's not a hummingbird.
Oh, I thought you
Oh.
got a hummingbird.
Mm-mm.
she's like, it's better.
A
Okay.
J2. No, I didn't mean it like that. It's
No.
just it's different.
Okay.
It's got like the little cornflower pattern on it,
Oh, okay.
and
Okay.
it's a big body.
Okay.
J stands for jumbo.
Yeah.
Right. Right. No.
And I always get the, you're so
But-
small. Why do you have such a big guitar?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you probably rock it, so
I love
you're
it
fine.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when you said you wanted one that fits, I know you meant your body, but also how it sounds.
Yes.
Too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my body, because I'm
Yeah.
only 5'1", so
Right.
like it kind of swallows me up
Yeah.
as well.
And that's what
so-
I was referring to because you love the sound of yours. I was referring
Yeah.
to the sound as well.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
um,
Sometimes I like it.
Yeah.
the Martin Roadmasters are pretty nice.
Yeah, I played. So my old guitar player, I played his Martin. I can't remember what it was. It was an older. He's had it forever, and he had it used, and it was so easy to play,
So
and it sounded so.
I may
nice.
have it backwards, but there's there's the Streetmaster and the Roadmaster, but one took over the other.
I don't
So the newer name of the newer name is Streetmaster. It used to be the Roadmaster,
Got you.
and so the Streetmaster I believe has actually, if I've got the names right, it has a little bit better sound.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah, the X series.
find out
No
if you tune
bueno.
in tomorrow. Cecil Holsey has one.
Okay,
He'll be here playing it.
I'll check it out.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, definitely. See,
Yeah.
just food for thought.
Yeah,
So
this old thing.
I love guitars.
I do too. If I could actually like play better, like actually rip a guitar, I might get a different guitar, but I probably should just.
We kind of
Stick
talked
with
about
my
that.
strumming.
We talked about that on the phone a little bit. So you've got a little bit of a rock side.
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah.
So I would love for you to see you shred a guitar one of these days.
I have.
Yeah.
I know he's always telling me that too. I have a Fender Telly. It's a Seafoam Telly, and I play that sometimes at shows on certain songs, and that's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I also have it's a Santa Rosa, a Fender Santa Rosa. They don't make them anymore.
yeah,
So it's an electric acoustic. It looks like an electric guitar, and it's like thin, and it's really light, and it sounds like an acoustic. And it's cool to play at shows too, and it's red,
yeah,
kind of rocking.
yeah. Awesome, awesome.
I know you like that guitar.
Kind of got off subject a little bit right after the song, but what a great song and how relatable, right?
Thank
I mean,
you.
we talk a lot on the show about you know, having your music where people can relate to it. I mean, that's important as an artist
For sure.
to be able to connect with your audience, and so what a great song.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm an independent woman.
Yeah.
But I also, I always tell everybody, this is my independent woman song, but like, I do need a man. There's just certain things I don't need a man for. Like, I'm not going to bother him to like take the trash out. Well, sometimes I do. That's a lie. But I'm not going to bother him to like, load my gun and shoot it for me. And I'm not going to make him, actually, I bait a hook for him
Oh, truth comes out.
and take the fish off.
He
But,
said no shame. That's my girl right there.
but also, like, if I were stranded on the side of the road and needed to change my tire, if he wasn't around, I could do it myself.
Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean? So
Yeah.
that's,
Having a man around is nice, but you can do it yourself.
yeah.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. I like
Yeah.
that.
that's right.
Yeah.
That's good.
I don't want to be like, babe, for everything, It's just, he'd get annoyed with me.
I bet he wouldn't. I bet he wouldn't.
Just scoot your chair over just a little bit so you don't have to keep going like that to look at me.
There you go.
But yeah,
man.
that song, it's really cool when my band does it. Like it's a full band thing, and
Yeah.
that song I actually wrote in 2017 with a guy named Styles Hari. He lives out here now. He wrote what song is that for Luke Bryan? Country On. He's one of the writers of that song.
Okay.
But we wrote that in 2017 in Ohio, and it
Okay.
used to be called Camo Girls.
Okay.
And when I came down here last year to record with Kenny Royster, literally the night before I went in the studio, I'm on the phone with Styles, and I'm like, I need to rewrite this. I need to change some things. And he was like, yeah, we do. And so we rewrote the song to Country Girls, Do It Better instead of
Right.
Camo Girls. And there's a couple
Yeah.
things that stayed the same in there, and the same like melody and all that stuff. But
I love that.
Yeah.
I love how you just ideas change about a song. Like
Right.
you'll hear me reference songwriting camp all the time because
Yeah.
I'm heavily involved with Tammy Marler's music camp
Okay.
down in Texarkana. And so she's got one coming up October, November this year. So I'll be down there, and I usually cover it with the podcast and get to hang out with all kinds of amazing, new and experienced songwriters, and it's a great time. So it's always fun watching them maybe even break out an older song and
Yeah.
redoing it right there at camp. And so yeah, it's
sure.
yeah, it's fun times.
I was a little nervous when I walked in the studio because it was just me in there. Like I didn't have my husband with me. I just went by myself last year when I recorded that. And Adam Schoenfeld's in there. He's played on like Aldean's records, and he's actually sometimes on tour with Tim McGraw. And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh shoot, like I redid this song. I'm sorry. And like Nick Buddha was the drummer on it. He's drummed on like Taylor Swift's albums and stuff.
Yeah.
And they were really cool about it though. Like they were like, it happens all the time.
They're
It
so
does.
used to
It really
that.
does. Yeah. It does.
They're just
And-
like, okay.
and they would
we're-
probably prefer you make it your own.
Yeah.
In some way. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we talked about that at the last interview about the uniqueness and making things your own, and your own flair, your own style, your own sound.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I'm definitely different. Definitely. But
and it's a good thing. It's a good thing because I mean, it's in any industry you're in. What sets you aside from everybody else? What makes you stand out?
be
It's
different, man.
yeah. So
but I always just say I'm just myself. That's all you got to be is just yourself. you
Yeah.
know?
yeah, just
Don't
be
try
real.
to be like anybody else.
Be
just
real.
be yourself. Yep.
Yeah, 100%. I agree.
Stand on that.
Yeah.
So lots of big things coming up. You got the album done, and any tours or anything, or you got
So I have a couple of shows. Like I had to Kentucky a couple times this year, to Louisville, Kentucky, to do some solo shows. We're headed out to Myrtle Beach actually to do a show July 4th.
okay,
So I'm excited about that. The ISSA pre-party in Atlanta, Georgia. A couple shows around here. I play at the Green Light next week for Undiscovered Nashville
okay,
for their singer-songwriter rounds. So I'm excited about that.
That's a fun time. You'll like that.
I haven't gone yet, so
Yeah.
I was excited to get in on it. I haven't been able to go,
Yeah.
but it
It's
looks
good.
awesome.
I've been there a lot recently, and it's fun. So
Awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah,
this
but
is cool. So that's awesome. It's good stuff. It's good stuff.
Yep. But I had focused so much on my album that I didn't do a lot of booking because I do all my own booking. Not anymore though. Hopefully, I just signed on with Innovative Music Group.
Okay.
They're an indie label. Caden Wilson's on that label. I don't know
Okay.
if you've heard of him.
Yeah.
He's awesome. He's
Yeah.
such a kind kid too.
Yeah.
He's a kid because I'm
I
older
met
than
him on TikTok actually. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Well, he popped in my live one night, and he was telling me I'm so and so, and I was like,
he's like, play my song.
yeah,
Whiskey, Women, and Whitley. Such a good song, by the way.
So good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super kind kid. And then Hadley Joe is on that label. They both played at the Josie Music Awards, the pre-party last year at the, what is it? The Country Music Hall of Fame stage. And I had recognized his name too when he popped on my live. And he was
Yeah.
like, listen, will you listen to my song? I was like,
Yeah.
of course. Because I support other artists too. I
Right.
always play people's songs if they ask me, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and then he's like, oh, you need to meet Jared, and he's my manager, and this is Innovative Music Group. And so we just kind of went from there, and they're like, we love you. We'd love if you joined our team. So I was like, yes, absolutely.
That's
So,
awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yep.
We want to open the chat up for questions if you want. We can do that.
Yeah. I'll answer questions
Yeah.
within reason.
All right, chat. Come on, show up, show out. And let's get some questions. I know Tunes and Throttles is in here, so I know he's going to have some
Hi,
questions.
Eric.
Because I
Thank
don't
you.
know, he might want to save them for, when you're on his show.
Yeah, I'm actually
So-
on his show June 21st.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
so I have a show in Louisville, Kentucky on the 20th.
Yeah,
So that's like, what, 2.5 hours from here?
yeah.
And then we'll just go up to Illinois after that. It's
Illinois,
like 4
yeah.
hours, not even.
Right.
So-
Again, it's just a testament. It's really just a testament of how I'm going to talk good about it again, brother. So it's just a testament of where his heart's at, right?
He's awesome,
He could have
yeah.
easily been one of those podcasters that says, hey, I'm interviewing her, just so you can't interview her, but he totally dude, you need to get her on
He's
your show.
super cool,
So
yeah.
he is. He's so chill, awesome. So
Eric says, "Is there a story behind Sharp Side of the Teardrop?"
So that song is, well, sort of, yes. So I didn't write that song. So my first EP, this is kind of when I was newer to the industry as far as like indie, like on my own. I knew nothing. The manager that I had at the time down here was like, "Oh, I have a friend who wrote this song, and I think you should sing it. Like, can you do this as a favor for me?" So I
Yeah.
did. So that's Sharp Side of a Teardrop. But I do love the song. It's a great song. But yeah, I didn't write it. I did it as a favor. But a lot of people love that song. So it's a sad love song.
sad love
yeah.
song. I like it.
Yeah.
So modern country,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yep.
Yeah. So.
So sort of a little story, I guess you could say.
Eric says, "About had me crying."
Yeah, he did. He did. There's one right there. Jamie's
What
asking one.
artists have inspired you the most?
Oh gosh, I would say, of course, Shania, Sheryl Crow, Alanis Morissette, she's not country.
Right.
It's
Probably
funny. you
Miranda
said-
Lambert.
Yeah.
It's funny you said Sheryl Crow. Not to interrupt, but I'm sorry. Because I said that to my wife when we were right before I called you, or right before you called me
Yeah.
back. I was listening to your stuff. I was like, I have there's a hint of Sheryl Crow in it. Like I could, yeah. So it's funny you say that. So
Also, like Stevie Nicks, Heart.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the rocker side.
right.
The Judds.
Yeah. Okay.
Love the
okay.
Judds.
Nice.
So kind of all over the place, but it's a whole combo of that.
Right
But-
on. Right on.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Because I get this a lot. So I'm a mama too.
Yeah.
I have a 7-year-old and 3-year-old. So a lot of times people ask me about my kids and
Stomach.
kind of like,
Must
I
be
guess,
hungry.
how do
over there?
your kids adapt to our schedules and that kind of thing?
Well, I will tell you, my daughter was really upset. I was gonna bring her, but I was like, I kind of don't want to bring you. She's 10,
Yeah.
so sometimes she can go to my shows and sometimes she can't.
Yes.
So sometimes she'll be upset. Sometimes she understands. So I have 3 kids. My oldest is about to be 19. In like 3 weeks. I'm aging myself. He's just embarrassed by me. So he hasn't gone to many shows. He's up in Ohio. He finished school and all that stuff. But my middle son, he has been a roadie sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes he doesn't go. But they're my biggest fan, I would say, for sure. But I know sometimes it's been not sometimes. It's been a huge sacrifice for them, for sure.
Right.
Moving down here, they're homeschooled, so they don't have all the friends at school and all that stuff,
Right.
the social life. So they're adapting.
Yeah.
But, I try to be extra loving
Yeah.
as much as I can,
Yeah.
because I feel bad. But
Yeah.
they love music and they love my music, and all of them can sing and play some sort of instrument too. So hopefully they'll play for me someday, or at least do
I
something
know,
on their
yeah.
own.
Right.
I always tell my kids, I'm like, can we, I know y'all are
Please.
7 and 3, but can we get the family
Let's
band
sing.
going?
Yeah.
And they do. So, but yeah, that's awesome.
So I guess I would say that's a tough question for me, because they did sacrifice a lot, all 3 of them, for me to do this. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
cry.
But at the same time, though,
yeah.
what an example that
Yeah.
you're setting. Yeah.
For
You
sure.
have to, I tell myself that all the time. I'm away from mine right now, and just, it's an example, a big example, a good one. So,
And I want them to know, it's okay to chase after your dreams.
yeah.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
Doesn't
It
matter,
is.
whatever you want to do.
And
Within
also,
reason.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
all the
within
mamas out there,
reason.
you can do it. You
Yeah.
can do this too. Just
Yeah.
because you're a mother, That's
right.
your motivation, not they're not holding you back. They're motivating
That's
you.
right.
So
That's right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Gonna make me cry.
don't
Hey.
look at me because I'm gonna cry too, girl.
We've had a lot of those on this show
Yeah.
this week for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It definitely had some
So
emotional
they're
moments.
adjusting right now for the move. too,
Yeah.
but-
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
No more questions in the chat. So I want to hear this song.
Which one?
The heartbreak song. The
So I don't play that song.
Oh, really?
No.
Oh, my heart's
No,
broke now.
I know.
You'll have to
I
go listen to
know.
it when you're
I would-
driving
yeah,
back.
I
you
And
would.
I actually
Have to.
hardly ever do that song at shows.
Really?
Very rarely
Really?
do I do it. Yeah.
I respect that.
Yeah.
I do. But
Yeah. It's a great song though.
I'm
I
gonna
just,
I'm gonna
you know,
listen to it.
I didn't write it. So
I'm gonna listen to it.
Yeah.
Well, give us another one then. One you do play.
let's do Spread My Wings. I knew it.
I heard him whisper across the way
All right,
there.
I'm gonna move forward. So
Go.
I'm
do,
so
do
sorry.
It. No, do what you need to do.
all right, Spread My Wings. I also wrote with Styles back in 2017. He wanted to change this song. I said absolutely not. So, but it's called Spread My Wings. It's just, you know, chasing after your dreams, never stopping, spreading your wings, and just making it happen. So, but this is Spread My Wings.
Liz Tay says hi.
Hey, Liz. In this rundown small town, crawling up on me, I heard some people say there ain't no way she's gonna catch these dreams. But this heart of mine ain't wasting time, and I'm busting at the seams. I'm gonna spread my wings and fly like a feather in the wind. Gonna take these dreams and drive. Road signs pass me by, 1,000 miles from home. No telling where I'll go. These dreams of mine ain't as far as they seem. I'm gonna spread my wings. Spread my wings. From my hometown, westbound, Nashville, Tennessee. Been planting my roots in all these towns as far as the eye can see. Racking up miles on this old car, breaking every string on this guitar, doing anything it takes to live this dream. I'm gonna spread my wings and fly like a feather in the wind. Gonna take these dreams and drive. Road signs pass me by, 1,000 miles from home. No telling where I'll go. These dreams of mine ain't as far as they seem. I'm gonna spread my wings. From my hometown, westbound, Nashville, Tennessee. I'm gonna spread my wings and fly like a feather in the wind. Gonna take these dreams and drive. Road signs pass me by, 1,000 miles from home. No telling where I'll go. These dreams of mine ain't as far as they seem. I'm gonna spread my wings. Spread my wings. Ah. And I did, you know, I spreaded my wings. Spreaded
You
my wings? Spread my wings?
Spread your wings.
What's the past tense of spread?
I like spreaded. I think
Spreaded?
that was pretty good.
Yeah, spreaded sounds southern. It sounds country. Let's go with that.
So yeah, that's spread my wings.
The chat really liked that.
It
They
did.
said
That
that
chat
was
was
beautiful.
blowing up. Yeah.
Thank you.
So good stuff.
I'm so nervous. I don't usually get nervous, but like for the last couple of days, like playing and stuff, I've been so nervous. I don't know what it is. It's crazy.
When I start feeling like that, I'm like, is Mercury in retrograde?
It must be.
Is there a full moon?
I played the Bluebird the other night, and I was so nervous. I was like, how is this happening? Like, I'm never nervous, and I'm up here like shaking and like.
It comes and goes, really, I think.
It
Yeah.
does.
I think I can agree with that. There's been times where I've emceed concerts where like days I was just killing and crushing, and other days I was like
Yep.
butterflies in my stomach and like feeling like I was gonna vomit and yeah.
You haven't been nervous about this, though, I don't think.
No, not really.
No.
I'm pretty chill with my podcast.
Yeah.
Pretty comfortable with it.
Yeah.
So yeah. I don't know. I mean, if Eric Church was to walk down those steps, so I might be.
I know. I
I
even
mean, like, what is
so-
going on
yeah.
right now? You know, so. I know Tyler over there would be like, "Oh my God, what's happening right now?" So I'm a huge Eric Church fan.
I'd be like, cut
Eric
the
Church is
live.
awesome.
Cut the live.
yeah,
Stop
yeah.
right now.
funny story before I actually started this, and when I was just a goofball on TikTok, just being a weird creator, I used to do some Eric Church impersonations and
Yes, you
stuff.
did.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
you're one.
yeah. I'm like seriously, like I can put my Ray-Bans on and tilt my head a certain way, and I look just like him.
That's crazy.
It's weird. So I would just do the lip syncing stuff, and people are like, "Oh my God, it's Eric Church." It's crazy.
Some of those are still out there.
Some of them are still out
They
there.
are.
That's awesome.
Some of them are still out there. I've pulled a lot of them down, but there's still some out there.
Somebody thought I was Lainey Wilson. One time I was like, I do not look like Lainey Wilson. And also somebody thought I was at 3rd and Lindsley. I can't remember. Who were we there to see? I can't remember. Anyway, it doesn't matter. This little girl is one of the performers' little daughters. She came out from the back and she's like, I saw you at Bridgestone. And I'm like, honey, who do you think I am? She goes, Casey Musgraves. I'm
Oh,
like,
wow.
Oh my gosh. I'm like, no, but I mean, I sing.
Yeah. Thank you, but no.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's good
So.
stuff. That's good stuff.
Nope, I'm Erin Stoll.
Uh,
Just Erin.
One of these days, it'll be the great Erin Stoll. We're
We'll see.
talking about manifesting. We
We'll see,
we bring
yeah.
that up a lot here, so we believe in that. We believe in that. We believe in the power of the tongue. You know,
sure.
so the Bible talks a lot about that, and we speak life and death, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's all about knowing your purpose and knowing the plan that God's got for you, and just accepting it and receiving it. It's already done.
It's
paved the way.
Yeah, it's
So.
sometimes it's a blessing, but sometimes it's a curse too. Like if I didn't do this, I don't know what I would do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I would be
That's
just
real.
miserable.
Yeah.
It's
Absolutely.
a feeling that you can't describe.
Yeah.
You have to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Great segment into where do you see yourself in the next 5 to 8 years?
oh gosh. Oh gosh. I don't know. I mean, hopefully
Manifest
headlining a
it.
big tour. Hopefully headlining a big tour, at least, on
Yeah.
tour with somebody pretty awesome, like,
Yeah.
Like Lainey, or, who I really like right now? May Estes.
Yeah.
She's getting big.
That's my
Yeah.
girl.
Love her.
She's
Oh,
darling.
phenomenal.
She in person. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I
haven't
was
met her
fixing to
yet,
say you
but
just got to
I
meet her
met
not too long ago.
Yeah. And she knew who I was, and I was like, I'm gonna die right
Yeah,
now.
yeah, like oh my gosh.
She said, Sarah Beth Brewer. And I was like, oh, hello.
Yeah.
But no, that's my go to person when people ask who my inspiration is. It's always
She's
her.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
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 But yeah, hopefully, headlining a tour somewhere, and
Right on.
yeah, taking
Right
my whole
on.
family with me.
Yeah.
Retiring him from the
He's
tree,
looking forward
tree
to
business,
it. He's looking forward to
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
I can
he
tell.
is.
He's
He
like,
is.
that's
No pressure.
that's your motive behind the support system. Well played, sir. Well played.
Shout out to all the families, whether it's the husbands or the wives or the boyfriends or whoever,
For
because
sure.
it is keeping up with us is
Not
hard.
easy.
It's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's
yeah.
nights when they're at home taking care of the kids and doing stuff, and
Hear that.
That's true. It's so true.
or if you're me and you have a Claire, I have a Claire, my sister-in-law.
Oh, nice.
She's my person. So,
yeah.
yeah.
Claire's wonderful.
We're
I thought
all
she was
lucky.
coming tonight. Is she?
They're at home.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We
All
miss
right.
them though.
Yeah.
Shout
yeah.
out Moon Hollow Media.
I was looking forward to seeing you,
I
Claire.
know. Yeah, me too.
So it is what it is.
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah.
Being married is like surfing. They can't hear you on
Get
the mic.
this man a
Bill Tan-
microphone.
Yeah.
Married to a musician is like surfing.
Yeah.
If you catch the wave right, it's fine.
You know,
Crashing up against a rock.
I would say that holds true to anything that has to do with the music industry. My wife
Yeah.
probably thinks the same thing. Absolutely. Absolutely, yeah.
'Cause when you're up, you're up. When you're down, you're down.
Yeah.
Sometimes, like, it takes me to like a while to pick myself back up, but I do
Yeah.
it, you know.
Yeah. Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely. Good stuff, man. I like it.
Yeah,
I like it. I like that you're not afraid to speak up about it too, man. That's great.
that's sweet. You guys are sweet.
We're a team.
Yeah.
We're a
tell.
team. I
Yeah.
couldn't do this without him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Y'all gonna make me
I would
cry
want to.
again. I'm over here getting emotional.
Dude, I'm over here chewing on my tongue.
Chewing on
Next
your
time,
tongue.
you know.
Chew it on your tongue, man. But we'll put Cher over here and give you a microphone.
I was gonna say, can we pan to the peanut gallery?
Can we pan to the peanut gallery? That's awesome.
Yeah.
He knows
That's
himself.
good stuff.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I love it, man. You guys are so cool. I like the dynamic. It's great. It's
He keeps me, for the most part, he keeps me calm too. So
12 years this year, man.
Yeah.
married 12.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Years, 3 kids.
Yeah.
You know, I don't look it, and you're probably it's going to blow your mind when I tell you this, but it'll be 30 for me in July.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't look it at
Yeah.
all.
I don't look
That's
at it at all.
awesome.
You were talking about aging yourself a while ago, and I'm like, you have no idea. I'll be 49 next week.
You're
49.
not that much older than me.
So
Yeah, I'm 25.
I'm 25. Throws the hair
Maybe
back.
30, okay?
Was it you that said you're only as old as you feel?
You're
That's
only as
right.
old as you
Yeah.
feel.
It's a mindset.
My dad's well into his late 80s, still out doing construction, carpentry work.
You were
It's
telling me
crazy,
that.
Yeah.
That'll be my dad.
Yeah.
He's retired, but he's always out working and doing stuff.
I really feel like, I mean, we talked about that too. I really feel like if the man stopped and slowed down, he probably wouldn't make it. Like, I think he's alive still because he still works.
That's
I mean,
right.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Your wife said 30 wonderful years.
30. Aw.
Aw, that's awesome.
Aw.
Y'all are got me all over.
We got Sarah in her feels
I'm in my
tonight.
feelings.
Oh my goodness gracious.
I haven't shed a tear yet, so
I've come close.
we're getting there. I mean, we're
We've come close to a lot.
Yeah.
Like we get pretty personal on here sometimes.
I told you I would talk about anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might
yeah.
not have the best answer to the question, but I try.
So what's been like your favorite, like your best experience in Nashville since you've been here?
My best experience since I moved here. Oh gosh. Oh God, that's a tough one.
I'm good at that.
I mean, my album for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a labor of love. We recorded that in a month and a half. Wrote it and recorded it in a month and a half. So I would say that for sure, and just
yeah.
you know, meeting new people and
Yeah.
other musicians and
Networking.
networking.
Yeah,
Yep, and
absolutely.
you know, I already knew a lot of people down here, but there's a lot of people down here.
Yeah. It's a lot of people.
But everybody's been so welcoming and so nice, and you know, I
I've
love
said
it
it
here.
over and over again about Nashville. This is my first time here, and the people here are just amazing.
Yeah.
Like I have not met a mean person yet. Like it's, you know, some people on
People
the road
can't
are kind
drive.
of weird, but they can't drive. Yes, I was fixing. Obviously we
People
think alike.
cannot drive here at all. But
So obviously I'm from Oklahoma. I'm going idiot.
yeah, yeah. I'm originally from Ohio, so for the most part, everybody's nice in Ohio. But like, some people are rude.
Yeah. Yeah.
But in the northern states, we're Yankees, you know. Like we're so quick to do everything. Everything's so much slower down
Yeah,
here. So we're
yeah.
like, what the heck? But everybody's real nice. But yeah, I mean, it's been awesome playing down here, and you know, playing the Bluebird, and just all the cool people I've met.
Yeah.
For sure. So.
Yeah. So I'm gonna flip it on you now.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
oh
say
boy.
what's the worst experience you've had?
Down here since I moved here,
Yeah.
or like in general.
Just here. Like, well,
The traffic.
the traffic. I'll agree
Since
with
I
that.
moved here, I haven't really had a bad experience really at all. I mean, when I came down here. When was I down here? I think it wasn't 2016. It had to have been 2017. I know I talked about it on one of my TikToks, but I almost got human trafficked down here with the person that brought me down here.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, so be careful who you trust.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. But I was smart enough to get myself out of it, you know.
That's wild. We'll have
I'm
to
smart,
talk
so-
off air about that
sometimes.
sometime. I'd like to hear
Yeah.
that
That's the
story.
Yeah.
the country girl song.
Yeah.
It's coming full circle now.
Yeah.
I feel
Wow.
I'm
Yeah.
getting
So,
it.
and I'm a tough broad. So
Yeah. Yeah.
even though I don't look like it right now, I look, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm tough when I need to be.
Yeah.
So, but
Wow.
that was pretty scary. That was probably the worst experience of my life.
Wow.
I thought I would never do music again too. Like I took a break for about a year.
That's
So,
crazy.
yeah.
That's crazy.
Yep.
Um,
It's taken me a while to open up about it, but
Yeah.
you know,
well, now it's a
talk about it.
testimony,
Yeah,
right?
Yep.
Yeah. So
It's a real thing.
it is.
So
It is, and people need to be aware.
That's right.
And be aware of your surroundings at all times.
it
you know?
scares me for my daughter living here and stuff too. That's another
Yeah.
reason why we homeschool too, because I'm just like, I want to shelter you
Yeah, yeah.
and my
So-
son. But
So I'm always the type that I want to be aware of my surroundings. I see your husband's shirt over there, so I know there's some Second Amendment stuff
For
going
sure.
on. So, and you've talked about that that is your loading your own and all that, and we have to be careful talking about pews on TikTok.
yeah,
But I always, and it's actually part of some of the training that I've had outside of just concealed carry and stuff. I've taken some home defense classes and stuff as well. And the guy that taught the class was he was ex-highway patrol, and so we go into a restaurant, I always face the door. No matter what, I'm the one, and
That's what
I
he does.
always face the door because I want to know who's coming in,
Yep.
who's going out. I want to know, because I can a lot of times, look at somebody and get a vibe, right? I'm like, okay, I'm off, So, yeah, absolutely, 100% be aware of your surroundings, 100%, especially the ladies.
cover your drinks. Don't accept a drink from somebody you don't know.
Yes, and be careful picking stuff up off the street.
Yeah.
Yes,
that
the
too.
huge fentanyl problem here, and so I just did CPR training a couple weeks ago, and that was one of the things they talked about is the fentanyl pandemic that we have here, and and you just never know what somebody's put on that, just for somebody to on purpose for somebody to pick up, and and then next thing you're touching your face and everything else, so it's crazy, so
Yep.
just be careful what you're picking up out there as well. So real talk.
Yeah.
Real talk. Not, we got off subject a little bit of music, but it's important stuff though, right?
That was the worst thing. So
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, well, talk about it. It's fine.
What's the funniest thing? So we talked about the scariest thing. Now, what's the
Funniest
funniest thing that's ever your funniest experience? It doesn't even have to be here in Nashville. Just in any kind of performance or anywhere you've been.
Okay. I would say last year in Wisconsin at Country Fest, I played out there, and it was crazy because it's a huge, huge festival. That was like one of the biggest shows that I've done, and the audience was insane. They were obviously all really drunk because it's Country Fest, and all these dudes out front, they're like writing on my set list, and I had to do like 6 sets that night too. So I was like, which set list am I on? Like, I don't even know what I'm doing next. And I had to like look at him because my husband was there, and he was like way over there, and I'm like, I almost like
SOS.
kicked this dude. I'm like,
Yeah.
get up. But that was kind of funny to me. At the same time, I was also super angry. But there was another couple of dudes that were standing there in the front too, and they were like writing on their arms, and they were like, "Woman of the Year." And I have a picture of me on stage with them of Woman of the Year. And after the show, he was like, "I'm gonna get that tattooed on my arm." Who knows if he ever did? But he was pretty drunk.
Probably not.
But it was funny. It was funny.
Men
sure.
say things when we're drunk.
I get hit on, you know.
6'7" and weighed like 380. And I had to yell at him.
Yes, he did. He was huge. This dude was huge, right? Just writing all over. And it was inappropriate too. They were like, "Show us your, like
Oh,
just
wow,
ridiculous." I'm
yeah.
like, "Come on, guys."
Yeah,
Come
yeah,
on.
yeah. That's kind of disrespectful.
For sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Sure. I'm just
That's
trying
crazy.
to sing.
Wow.
Sometimes it gets pretty crazy, but I know how to handle it too. But when that kind of stuff starts happening, I'm like, "Babe, sick 'em. Get 'em."
Get the pit bull.
Yeah, if you want to hear my side of that whole situation, I'm over here by the speakers and it's going on. And I'm watching her go on. I'm like, okay, she can handle her own. She's got it. And then she looked over at me. I'm like, she doesn't have it.
She doesn't have it. She doesn't have it anymore.
So I go through all these people and I get there and I'm telling you, this dude was huge.
He was
And
huge.
I was like, dude, you're going to have to stop. Or that boot is coming to your lip.
Me. You don't want to make her mad.
Oh, that's funny. I could see it too. It's kind of David and Goliath situation. Where like, I'm about to whoop your.
I'm a firecracker
I
too,
was a
so.
hammered grizzly bear, man, and I was just like,
That's good stuff. Man.
I wish y'all could see him. He was like pointing up and
Oh,
He
yeah,
was,
yeah.
he was
If you guys can see it, I know
And my
that.
husband's like 6'1". So
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He's like my height, and y'all have seen me. So, wow. That's wild.
But I met my
stuff.
stylist there, by the way. We were talking about her earlier.
Yeah.
Yes.
Stephanie J. Style.
Yeah.
Shameless plug.
Shame.
She came up to me after my last set, right? And she's like, I don't want to get a picture with you like everybody else. Like, I just want to shake your hand and I want to style you. I'm like, what? I thought she was joking.
Yeah.
And ever since we've been super close too. And she's been my stylist, and you know,
Did
she's
you
been a
guys
blessing.
buy anything today at Boot Barn? Did y'all?
I didn't. She did. I'm a starving artist. I don't have any money.
Right. That's why we pay people to style us so we
That's
can
right.
borrow their clothes.
So we can borrow their clothes.
right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you shop from their closet.
Yes.
There we go. There you go. Now we know that Sarah Beth does not wear her own clothes on stage.
That's a lie. actually. I'm a thrifting queen, so that's where all mine
You
come
are.
from.
Girl,
You
I
are.
love to thrift.
In my
Yeah.
$8 dress, no.
I love Goodwill. Like, I will get a
Yes.
good outfit from Goodwill.
And then
Yes.
wear it
I'm
again,
not-
So it's better at somebody else.
Yeah.
Give it back.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
gonna wear it again.
Right.
Wear it for that show.
It's
Yeah,
true.
absolutely.
It's true.
Absolutely.
Like a wedding dress, you wear it once.
Yeah. Buy
This
it from
is not my
Amazon,
dress.
wear it once, send it back.
She said,
Yeah.
"This is not my
This is
wedding
not my dress, but I like it.
It is very pretty.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Stephanie's.
It is. It's a nice dress.
Yeah.
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 Thought I'd get dressed up for this, you know?
Yeah.
Try to look somewhat presentable.
I try
I also
to.
have a show after this, so.
I try to,
Yeah.
but if I wore shorts, then Andrew Jameson would just make fun of my legs again, and so
He said, "Please do not take your other boot
he
off."
did.
Those
he
are some
did.
nice boots.
So thank you.
I like
Thank you.
those.
I
Nice
actually
stretch.
so like I don't know. I'm funny about boots and stuff. Like I don't.
You're a
it's
hat
w-
snob and a boot snob?
No, I don't know that I'm a boot snob. I find that handmade boots fit me better.
And
like
they're
I
probably
can't.
way more comfortable.
They
too.
are.
Mhm.
Like these things are so lightweight and they're just so comfortable.
Yeah, those are nice.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I should have worn my sea turtles.
I know. You were talking about them earlier, and I was like, oh,
Yeah, I'll send you a
gotta see
picture.
these.
I'll
I
send you
didn't
a
even
picture.
know that was a thing.
Yeah.
What brand are they?
It's not. You're not. You can't get them here.
Oh.
Yeah. They're.
He said, "Don't even ask."
You cannot get them here.
Oh.
They were bought and brought back in from Mexico.
Oh my gosh.
They
So-
said RDD is bougie.
I'm not gonna lie. I am a little. I'm a little.
It's
I'll wear
okay.
that. I'll wear that. So
It's okay.
I like
My
to look
husband has
good.
some big bass
Yeah.
boots on, and
Some sea bass. Mm-hmm.
those are not cheap boots either.
No, they're not. They're not. But they're so. That's one pair that I don't have yet.
They're
But I
sweet.
will.
You should.
Yeah.
A pair
They're,
of socks, dude.
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
for sure.
They're nice. So.
I got my wedding boots on.
I mean, we're about the
dancers.
same size. I don't know. I might be able to take you. I'm not sure.
Everything's for sale.
Everything's for sale. He's like, I'm not a fighter. Let me just
Yeah.
I'm a
For the right
I'm
price.
kidding.
coming from the man that sold everything to move to Nashville for his wife, ladies and gentlemen.
He did.
So good stuff. Good
Yeah.
stuff. You want to play one more for us?
Yeah, I'll do his song that
Okay.
I wrote him.
Right
for
on.
him.
Good time.
This one's not recorded yet or
Okay.
released, but
Okay.
It's called "I Smile."
So there you go, Matt. You got your exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
Captain Matt in the chat.
Hopefully, this is my next single. This is the plan anyway, but it's called "I Smile," and it's about my husband. All right, hold on. Let me move to the edge of this couch or chair, rather. All right, here we go. Every morning I come down and see the kitchen floor where the mud from your Red Wings makes a trail to the front door. I don't mind, no, I don't mind. I know what it means. You drink your coffee black and drive off into the blue. When the kitchen chairs hold out, I smile and think of you. I don't mind, no, I don't mind. I know what it means. I smile even when it's hard to stand. I smile when life don't go as planned. Baby, when I think of you and all the things that we've been through, I just smile. dinner with dirt on your face. You may forget to say thank you or eat before we pray. I don't mind. No, I don't mind. I know what it means. I smile even when it's hard to stand. I smile when life don't go as planned. Baby, when I think of you and all the things that we've been through, I just smile. I just smile. This is the funny part. Your dirty socks don't make it to the hamper every day. Your beard is in a sink, but I love you anyway. I don't mind. I know what it means. I smile even when it's hard to stand. I smile when life don't go as planned. Baby, when I think of you and all the things that we've been through, I just smile. I just smile. He makes me smile. I was trying not to cry the whole time.
I know. I can tell, and every time I saw you look up at him, I was just
I was
like,
gonna say, I wish y'all could see how she was looking at him.
yeah.
That was sweet.
I'm ear to ear here because
I'm
that is such a
shaking.
wonderful song, man.
Aw,
It's hard for me to
How
do that
blessed
at shows,
are
but I
you,
do
brother?
it.
Yeah, amen.
sweet.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
So hopefully that's my next
We
single.
both are.
Yeah,
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 for sure.
absolutely.
For sure.
I agree with that.
I'm definitely blessed.
Y'all are just too cute though. I'm like sitting here like.
I'll
Awesome.
keep him.
Awesome, huh?
I'll keep him.
You'll keep him. He's a keeper. That's good stuff. Well, you know, unfortunately, I would really love to sit here and talk to you all night, but unfortunately, we have one more, and you've got to get on the road to a
Yes.
show,
Yep.
and so we are kind of at the top of the hour, or the top of our hour for the interview, anyways. I'm blessed you came tonight. The chat's
for
blowing
having
up,
me.
and I
Appreciate
have a wonderful assistant that lives in Indiana, and her name's Maria, and she's texting me. She's
Hey,
like, "Oh my
Maria.
gosh, you got a great replacement." So
you.
you're definitely
Everything
killing it.
always works out how it's supposed to.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah.
absolutely, 100%.
And then we meet at Boot Barn before
So
we have,
great.
we have
let go
this.
and let God, right? I
Yeah,
mean,
that's
we
right.
said it time and time again, and that's how we try to live our lives. So, thanks
Yeah.
for coming.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks
It was
for
fun.
honoring us with your presence because this was an honor. It was an honor, and
Thank you.
I'm looking forward to seeing more. And I'm praying and manifesting that those awards are in your hands.
Thank
and
you.
yeah, absolutely. So God bless you. Thank you for coming. Chat, everybody, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook. We're going to take a short break. We got Bonnie Ray coming in next. She will be our last artist of the night. For those that don't know, this is the artist from Oklahoma that I manage, and it's going to be an honor actually getting to interview her for the first time as well. So stay tuned, hang out in the chat, tap the screen, share the live, keep things going for us. We'll be back here briefly. Thanks, guys.
Raising Cain to the break of dawn. 12 gauge lighting up the sky. Shots flying like the 4th of July. As we came here to have a good time. Our daddies taught us how to work the land, to make a living, how to be a good man, and give thanks to the Lord above. We're country boys, but we got big plans. We ain't afraid to get dirt on our hands, and we ain't leaving until we're done. I don't know what you've been told, but these country boys ain't gonna run. So if you're driving through the country guitars and light the bonfires. And we won't stop, so you better not try it. I don't know what you've been told, but these country boys ain't gonna run. So if you're driving through the country, down a lost and lonely highway, if you're ever around my way, let it roll. So keep your tires and light the bonfire. If you drive a full jacked up Chevy or a Dodge with a souped up Hemi, if you call yourself country, let it roll. Stop, so you better not try it. Let it roll. Tell me, how was I to know that this flame was gonna grow so wild and so free? Tell me, how could I see what was coming? Well, girl, you blindsided me, and I couldn't help myself from falling into your love. 'Cause every now and then you meet someone who makes you feel alive, unbroken on the inside. And every now and then you realize there was more to this life than the pain that's on the inside. Tell me, how could I run when I was caught up in your touch? You made me feel free. And tell me, how could I speak what I was feeling? Well, girl, you took my breath from me, and I couldn't help myself from falling into your love. 'Cause every now and then you meet someone who makes you feel alive, unbroken on the inside. And every now and then you realize there was more to this life than the pain that's on the inside. Cause every now and then you meet someone who makes you feel alive, unbroken on the inside. And every now and then you realize there was more to this life than the pain that's on the inside. 'Cause every now and then you meet someone who makes you feel alive, unbroken on the I can still remember the song on the radio. Lost and found in a border town. Never seen the place so slow. You went your way and I went mine. And girl, it felt like we were lost in time. But I can still remember the song on the radio. But sometimes the pain don't hurt like it used to. My face won't show that I miss you, 'cause you're gone. And some days I pretend that I didn't hurt you and act like I didn't see you walk away. Oh, sometimes I feel fine. It was cold that December. I can still see the snow. As you walked away in a dotted line from the love we used to know. Your footprints led down to the end of the drive. And girl, that memory seems frozen in time. But it was cold that December. I can still see the snow. But sometimes the pain don't hurt like it used to. My face won't show that I miss you, 'cause you're gone. And some days I pretend that I didn't hurt you and act like I didn't see you walk away. Oh, sometimes I feel fine. Looking back, I can't remember. Where did our love go so wrong? But in the quiet, I remember that you're gone. Looking back, I can't remember. Where did our love go so wrong? But in the quiet, I remember that you're gone. And sometimes the pain don't hurt like it used to. My face won't show that I miss you, 'cause you're gone. And some days I pretend that I didn't hurt you and act like I didn't see you walk away. Oh, sometimes I feel fine. I can still remember the song on the radio.
Girl, get in my bed and don't you turn off them lights. 'Cause 'Cause when God made you, he took his time and throw that pretty little yellow dress on the floor. 'Cause where we're going, you ain't needing no more. And I can't wrap this moment around my mind, 'cause she tastes like heaven mixed with a little hell. She's sweeter than some tea. She ain't no angel, the kind of take home to mama and makes it hard to breathe. She's a good girl, but she's only bad for me. I didn't know perfect till I saw her there dancing in my t-shirt. My mind goes buck wild watching her smile in her pictures. She says, baby, why don't you come in here and hold me in this kitchen? I tell her I'ma take you back to bed and show you what you're missing. We ain't gotta have all the answers right now, but the way you make your body move, girl, gets me in the clouds. She tastes like heaven mixed with a little hell. She's sweeter than some tea, but she ain't no angel, the kind of take home to mama and makes it hard to breathe. She's a good girl, but she's only bad for me. Only bad for me.
I'm a hussar, I'm a Hun, I'm a wretched Englishman, routing Bonaparte at Waterloo. I'm a dragoon on a dun, I'm a Cossack on the run, I'm a horse soldier, timeless through and through. Well, I was with Custer and the 7th, 76 or 77, scalped that little bighorn by the Sioux. And the tears and devastation of a once proud warrior nation, this I know, 'cause I was riding with them too. And I drank mare's blood on the run when I rode with the great Khan on the frozen Mongol steppe while at his height. And I was a white guard, I was a red guard, I was the Tsar's own palace horse guard when Romanov was murdered in the night. And I knew Saladin and rode his swift Arabians, harassing Doom's crusaders on the heavy drafts. And yet I rode the Percheron against the circling Saracen, and once again against myself was cast. Well, I'm a hussar, I'm a Hun, I'm a wretched Englishman, routing Bonaparte at Waterloo. I'm a dragoon on a dun, I'm a Cossack on the run, I'm a horse soldier, timeless through and through. Well, I've worn the nighties crimson. If you're silent and you'll listen, you'll know that it was with them that I stood. When Mare Thorpe, she cried as her 4 horsemen died, gunned down in scarlet coldest blood. Well, I was the firstest with the mostest when I fought for Bedford Forest, suffered General Wilson's Union raid. And mine was not the reason why, mine was but to do or die at Crimea with the charging light brigade. On high from Swiss to Sweden, be me Christian, be me heathen. The devil to the saber I shall put. With a crack flanking maneuver, I'm a new land a la Suber, striking terror into regiment of foot. Well, I'm a hussar, I'm a Hun, I'm a wretched Englishman, routing Bonaparte at Waterloo. I'm a dragoon on a dun, I'm a Cossack on the run, I'm a horse soldier, timeless through and through. Well, I knew my days were numbered when o'er the trenches lumbered more modern machinations still again.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Eldon with Red Dirt Disciple Podcast. We are back, and our next guest is here and ready. And we've got a really cool sponsor for this one. I think you guys are actually going to really love the information that's coming this way, and I'm going to let Sarah talk about it.
All right. So our first sponsor for this interview is Women Behind the Lyrics, an upcoming documentary showcasing the journey of 4 female singer-songwriters, Sarah Harrelson, Wendy Moten, Judy Pastor, and Delaney Ann, on a cross-country tour. They're currently looking for sponsors for their upcoming tour, and they encourage people to find them on social media platforms. You can follow them at Women Behind the Lyrics on Instagram, TikTok, and they also have a website, womenbehindthelyrics.com.
If I could get one of my mods, if Maria or Billy Maria, if you're in here, if you guys could put that link, that website, please put that in the chat on TikTok. We've taken care of Facebook already. Womenbehindthelyrics.com. Womenbehindthelyrics.com. Put that in there, and you might need to put it in there just a couple of times for the first 3 or 4 minutes of the live. And our second one is none other than our host as well. And I want to give a big shout out to Bonnie Ray's followers, her family, the people that she's come really close to, her support system. They actually raised the money. They held a special live event, and they raised the money to put in a sponsorship, and they did it in honor and put it in Bonnie Ray's name. So Mama Bear Music by Bonnie Ray is is the sponsor for her own interview, and so what an honor. And guys, I was introduced to Bonnie through our Jamly Cooper over at the Morning Jam on TikTok, and it's been a great experience getting to know her, getting to know her kids, and just kind of helping her get her music career going. And I look forward to working with her closer. And this is actually probably the first time. I mean, outside of just getting set up, with with Jack's Place in Tulsa, Oklahoma, this is the first time we've actually kind of just set in a personal setting, face to face, like this. And we've been face to face, but not like this. So we've done some church events, So, and the thing about Bonnie that I will tell you is she has a mission, she has a goal, and it's a huge goal. And you guys are going to get to hear her story. You're going to get to hear her testimony tonight. And I'm not going to lie, I'm an emotional guy, and I'm surrounded with women tonight. And so there's going to be some tear jerking going on. I already know it. We got the tissues ready, and we're here for it. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce to you guys my artist, somebody that I personally manage today is Miss Bonnie Ray. We call her Mama Bear. And so it's Mama Bear Music by Bonnie Ray. And so it's an honor to have you. I'm looking forward to this. I really am. So welcome in.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for having me. Thank you, everybody on live stream watching, all my family. I appreciate y'all being here. Yeah, a little bit about me. Everyone always asks, where are you from? I come from a little town in Michigan. I know that don't make sense to nobody with me saying that.
With that accent.
I grew up in the country in Michigan, in a little town, and my family, we traveled doing bluegrass my whole life. So I'd say I was born and lived in Michigan, but I was raised down south. And then I uprooted and moved me and my babies to Oklahoma. And that was the first time in my whole life where I felt a sense of belonging was Oklahoma. I love it there.
She fits right in. She really does.
So you mush all that together, you get me. My story, my life comes with a lot of hurt and pain and heartbrokenness. I like to say my middle name is Survivor. One thing about me, and I tell everybody in my live stream, is we don't give up around here. No matter what you've gone through, where you are, or where you're heading, you keep going. Giving up isn't an option. I'm a domestic violence survivor, times 2, twice over. It's not the life I expected for myself. I was raised in a very religious family, legalistic, but very religious. I love my parents, love my family. Doing bluegrass was probably the best thing I ever did in my childhood. Loved it, every moment of it. I've always loved traveling, singing, bringing other people joy brings me joy. I was raised on religion. I was raised to go the route of this is what your life is supposed to look like. Later on in life, I found out the truth in how you live your life out by faith, and it forms a relationship with Christ. I never found that until I was in a point in my life where I lost everything. My first husband I met when I was young, and he did everything right and wanted to go the extra mile following my family's rules and regulations. And I thought, this has to be the man of my dreams. He's willing to do all the rules and everything. So, of course, it made sense. And this man ended up actually raping me, and I felt like I had to be with this person. Because I was raised, once you're with somebody, you're supposed to be with that person for the rest of your life. So I went through with things and got married. And on our honeymoon night, this man said, I ought to never see you with another man, or I'll kill you both in your sleep. And I was like, why would I ever do that? Like, I just married you. But life just went from bad to worse with this person. He was very abusive in every way you can think of. And I just held on to, well, maybe he loves me just a grain of sand's worth. Maybe if I give him a child, then he'll love me, right? Well, we ended up, we got pregnant with twins, went in to have checked, and we were losing the babies. And I had to get an emergency D&C because infection started. He didn't want me to have the surgery, so that became an argument. I was like, well, they said I could die if I didn't have this surgery. And so
I need to pause just for a second. I'm not trying to interrupt you, but remember, we're on TikTok, so we have to. I've got the chat blowing up F1, and we love TikTok Shop, but we have to be careful with some of the words.
Yes.
Just so, but please continue. I didn't want to interrupt,
you're
but
fine.
yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. We love you, TikTok. But yeah, I explained that I could be unalived if I didn't have the surgery. So he finally said it was fine, but that I needed to make sure I go to work right away. It's like, all right. I went to work the next day after having surgery. I was working 12-hour shifts at the time in the clinic. I was a phlebotomist, vampire, whatever you want to call it. I said I would take little vials and sneak them home and save them for later. Just don't tell nobody. But side note, like I just went to work. My work did not know everything that happens, and I worked until I just about passed out, about 7 hours. And then my manager had a talk with me. I explained everything that happened. She's like, you should not be here. It's like, you just had a miscarriage. Not just one, but you just lost 2 babies. And you just had surgery. What are you doing? I'm like, well, we needed the money. I went home, and he was furious. I came home and wasn't working, making money. And so I knew I had to go to work the next day. I go to work. I woke up the next morning. I started puking blood, so I knew something wasn't right. I still drove to work because I didn't want to deal with the anger. And they took over my job. I was like, I'll send him a message, see if I should go to ER or not, because I knew he'd be angry for spending more money going to ER. So I asked permission, told him everything that happened, and he sent me this long message explaining that message had all of our bills attached to it, and he said that he was very angry. He didn't accept what I said. I was like, well, I don't think he quite read what I sent. I don't think he understood what I said, so I sent it again thinking he didn't read it. He was more angry, said we're effed because of me, and that I was a financial burden. Again, sent me all the list of all of our bills. So I was like, okay, I can't go home. I went window shopping because I wasn't allowed to spend money. So I went window shopping, looking at everything, till I knew he would be about done and heading to work. I drove home, and he was still there. And I'm like, okay, what am I to do? I didn't want to go in, but I had no choice. So I was like, well, here we go. And go inside. He flung the door open in my face. He's like, just want you to know we're effed because of you. And he walked off and drove off to work. And in that moment, I became numb. And I'm like, God, why can't he love me? I've tried doing everything for this person, and I'm nothing. He doesn't even care a grain of sand's worth for me. It's like, if this is what my life looks like, because, again, I didn't agree with divorce. That's how I was grown up, and I would be humiliated from the world, right, if I got a divorce. So divorce wasn't an option. There's only one other way. I couldn't do it. And I was like, if this is what life is, I don't want it. I'm done. And I was I decided I was going to take my own life and unalive myself because I couldn't take it anymore. So I started getting everything ready, and then I heard a voice, and the voice said, talk to the pastor. Not 2 minutes later, this pastor calls me. He's like, hey, Bonnie, God told me I needed to check on you. I know you just had your surgery. Is everything all right? I'm like, no, things aren't all right. If God puts someone on your mind, make sure you check on that person.
Amen.
He doesn't make a mistake when he puts someone on your mind. He's like, well, come into the office. Let's talk about it. I'm like, all right. I'll go to talk to him, and then I'll take care of it afterwards. It's still set on. I was done. Went and talked to the pastor, and he convinced me to do a separation from my abuser and to move in with my family being surrounded by my family and people I cared about. Obviously, you can't take your own life at that moment because there's too many people around, right? And that saved me. God saved me at that moment because he wasn't done with me yet. I decided, and I left it in God's hands. I said, well, God, show me truth. If this man's truly going to change, because he said he's going to change like umpteen times. And I did go back to this abuser after leaving him. This was the 7th time I left this person. It's like, just show me truth. And I said, if he's going to change, I'll stay with him. If he's not, then I'll divorce and I'll live with the consequences later. I was driving by. In Michigan, they have like these lake view sides where you can sit and watch the Lake Michigan. So I drove him by, and his truck was there. So I stopped by, and then I saw this man with his arms wrapped around another woman. And I was like, okay, well, that's the truth I needed to see. And I ended up divorcing this man, moving on. I continued to go to church, but then this pastor allowed for this man to come to our church, knowing everything we were going through, knowing my life was at stake. And he showed up the one day, and then I explained to the pastor, you just endangered my life. This is the one place I should be able to go and not have to worry about my abuser being here. Shouldn't be watching my back. And I told him I was leaving the church. What turned me away from God was my parents decided to forgive this person, and they stayed. And I was like, well, I tried this route. It didn't work. In my life, I did a complete polar opposite and went a completely different way. And I started partying, and alcohol became a main part of my life. And I completely went a different direction. Regardless of where you've been, where you're going, this one song I'm going to do, I call this my testimony song. Pull it up here. This is called Mending Wings. Regardless if you've been through domestic violence or not, everybody has gone through something in their life that nearly broke them, where they felt like they couldn't take that next step forward. Some people have felt that numb feeling where they felt like they couldn't go on anymore. Regardless what you've gone through, where you've been, where you're heading, we keep going. I'm a broken soul trying to help other people mend their broken souls so we can all soar and continue on. I'm using my gift, which I didn't think it was a gift. I thought it was a way of life. My abuser said I wasn't capable of singing, that nobody would love me, that I was wasted goods. You're told a lot of things. They're just lies. Smile, that's all that they see from my eyes. They grasp the joy that overflows from my soul. But what they don't see are the tears within me. All I feel are others' hearts with no control. I feel your pain. continue on this earth. That's why I'm here. So you're not alone. Release the shattered, broken pieces and carry on. Take my broken wings, take my aching soul. Pick me up from this shattered heart inside. Help me walk again, 'cause all I do is fall. Mend my wings and help me fly. Love, that's all I've ever dreamed of. But every time I'd give my heart, it shattered pain. But then you showed what real love was. Took my burdens so that I could fly again. You take my pain, you take my hurt. You give me hope that I can continue on this earth. That's why you're here, to help me be the sponge for others' hearts so that they can breathe. Take my broken wings, take my aching soul. Pick me up from this shattered heart inside. Help me walk again, 'cause all I do is fall. Mend my wings and help me fly. Please help me one more time so I can fly.
Such a beautiful song. Such a beautiful song. And by far probably my favorite that you sing.
Thank you.
Guys, I'm gonna just kind of tell the chat now. This is gonna be a little bit different than what you're used to seeing here, because I wanted to be able to use my platform for Bonnie tonight, and so I'm just kind of just letting her do her thing and letting a lot of people that we're associated with really hear her story. Like, people have known bits and pieces, and they've been real supportive of what they do know, and I feel like that tonight there's going to be a different side to Bonnie Ray that they're going to be like, wow, we had no idea it was that deep. And so this is her time to share her testimony, her story, as if we did if we were in a church service, as we've done. So I'm proud of you. You're strong, and you're gonna do great. And so this is your time, and I want people to know your story, and I know you do too. That's your mission. We've talked about it a lot.
Yeah.
And you have a lot of aspirations for this, even as far as being a ministry.
Mm-hmm.
So carry on. It's all you.
Thank you. Yeah, I've committed the rest of my days to the last breath I take to be a voice for those who are silenced, speak for those who aren't heard, and to stand for all to be seen. Domestic violence is actually way more common than people realize, and it's not okay. After I left the church and I started my own life, living the worldly route, going to all the bars, partying away, I met my children's father. I have 3 amazing, beautiful children. and they are my whole world. Everyone asks why I go by Mama Bear. You're about to know why. Mama bears, you think of a bear and you can think, oh, so sweet, snuggly, loving. But one thing about a mama is their babies are their heart and soul. Hurt me, okay, fine. I'll get over it. Might take me a minute, but I'll get there. But if you come after a mama's babies, Lord have mercy, you don't know what you just done. Because you just dug down into her soul and pulled up something that she didn't even know she had. I've got a beautiful little 6-year-old daughter. She's my ray of sunshine. I like to call her a modern day Cindy Lou Who. That's who she is.
She's
She
adorable. We love Lil Ray.
has a heart of gold.
Yeah.
Loves everybody. My son, 4-year-old son, Lord knew that's what would keep me in shape because
He's a handful.
he's 1,000% boy, and I'm thankful he's 1,000% boy.
He's a
If
mess.
anyone's seen the movie Old Yeller, he's like that little boy on Old Yeller. He'll go digging for worms, finding any type of critter he can get his hands on. I'm like, don't you dare pick up a snake and bring that to me, because he's not afraid of anything. But he's my little man. He's my biggest helper. He's so protective over everybody. He's always gotten his little sister everywhere she should or shouldn't go. And my baby girl, 2 years old, she's the sweetest little thing, but she's got some spitfire to her. And I know she can hold her own. She'll fight the whole world. She's probably going to protect her older siblings when she's older.
That's my youngest too. He's like that.
Little
He's
Whew.
wild.
Don't
I
get on her
relate.
bad side.
Yeah. Yep.
But I love them all. They're my heart and soul. I'm proud of them, and I want to give them the absolute best life I possibly can. Living life with my children's father, I never wanted to get married ever again. I was like, nope, I'm done. I'm not going to do it ever again. And he was very consistent, wanting to meet me, get to know me, all the things. I went to doing karaoke, which is where I met him, doing a karaoke contest. That's the first time in my life I realized not everybody can sing. And it was obviously good times, but not everybody can sing. That's where I started realizing of it being a gift. Everybody loved hearing me sing. We got together. We had our first child out of wedlock. Obviously not the godly lifestyle. I still was not going to marry this person. And both of our families lived traditional lifestyles, and they're like, no, y'all need to get married. So 2 weeks before my oldest was born, we went to the courthouse. We got married, got done and over with, made everybody happy. And I thought life was wonderful. I was happy. He was a very private person. Family was very private. His work didn't even know about me till 2 weeks before our oldest was born. That's how private of a lifestyle he lived. And we had our second child and our third child, and I'm home. I created my own business because daycare is expensive, and he didn't have like the best paying job, so I started my own daycare, and then I could be there with my kids and help with finances. And I was about to expand to a bigger license. and my daughter told me some unnerving things that happened to her. And she said it was her father that did these things to her. And my whole life, I felt, was completely destroyed. What I thought I knew. And we, in this scenario, my next husband, they knew a lot of people in that county. And I realized what he meant when he never lived outside of that county, what the extent of that actually meant. Because of having family and friends in the law system, cousin working for CPS, family in the courthouse system, and in every avenue, detective being good friends with a criminal attorney. Like, it just all was all attached. And unfortunately, people aren't aware when crimes of children are done. Only 3% of crimes are actually convicted in the USA, which I feel like those numbers are wrong, because when it comes down to an innocent little child, they can't make that up. And I'm being careful with how I say things on here with TikTok. But every parent's worst nightmare became my reality with a person that is supposed to protect them. Someone you should naturally trust. When he was allowed back home, because the charges were dropped because it came down to her word against his, and they couldn't prove anything happened, they allowed him back home. And he looked at me and said, "Your brain just imagined everything. Everything our daughter showed you, everything she told you, you just imagined it from having PTSD and being postpartum." That was a trigger for me. So I got help for myself, and I got a therapist. And the therapist just so happened to be a psychologist, doctor, and also someone who worked with children who were abused. She's like, "Well, PTSD, imagining things is not a symptom of that, first of all. Second of all, this isn't even related to what your PTSD is." So, she's like, "Third of all, this is a normal thing that happens with them trying to take the blame elsewhere, so the focus isn't on the truth of what
Narcissism.
happened."
Yeah.
Yes. So I got help for myself and started getting counseling. Once they couldn't convince that my brain was so psycho crazy that I imagined all of this, they went the next step. I knew too much. So they had to take care of that and end that, and tried to unalive me. And I had to go to ER. My whole body turned bright red, like it was sunburned to head to toe, a chemical that filled our home. And my blood pressure sky high, rocketed, extremely high, and then would drop down next to nothing. And it would do that back and forth. They couldn't figure out what chemical was used. But they told me I needed to go to a DV shelter. I said, "What is that?" I didn't even know they existed. They're like, "Well, you need to go into hiding with you and your children." I said, "Where?" "He's been everywhere I've been. We've been together 6 years." And they gave me this ginormous list of numbers of DV shelters, hundreds of numbers, all of the state of Michigan, with some in Indiana. I called number after number after number after number. I called hundreds of numbers, no vacancy. Which, if you think about that now, what's wrong with that? Everything. Why are there hundreds of DV shelters that are filled to the max with no vacancies? But yet criminals are out wandering the streets and that's okay. You say to speak up if there's abuse, so you do. But then you're told that either they don't believe you, or sorry, there's nothing we can do about it. So they shrug it off, not their family, not their problem. There's something wrong about that. You just spoke up to try and get help. Now your abuser knows you spoke up. Now life's not good for you. Your life is even more in danger. You try to get help, but then there's nobody to help you. Calling number after number after number, I get desperate, and I have my breaking point, and I just cried out to God. I was like, God, what am I supposed to do? Like I need your help. It's like, if you are real and you're really there, I need you to help me now to give me protection for my babies. Said, if you leave me and my babies to protection, I promise I'll live the rest of my days out for you. Call the next number on the list, and this lady said, there's no vacancy here, but let me call you back in 10 minutes. Longest 10 minutes of my whole life. I'm like, no, don't get off the phone. She's like, no, I promise. I'll call you back in 10 minutes. And she did. And 10 minutes came up. She called me back. She's like, here's 3 numbers. These 3 numbers have emergency rooms available. I don't know if they're filled or not, but your situation is an emergency, so try this. The 1 number stood out to me, so I was like, okay, I'll call this number. Called it. They had a room. They're like, do you have somewhere you can stay tonight? I'm like, well, we can sleep on the church floor if need be. She's like, no, you can come tonight. It's all right. It's like, what will you be bringing with you? I said, it's just me and my kids. I left everything. I said, I've got a backpack and 3 diapers. They're like, that's fine. And they allowed for me, I had to drive a distance over an hour to get to a different county. I've never been to this place in my life. Packed up the kids. I'll never forget the drive, middle of the night, on a dirt road, driving. It was very peaceful. Finally get there, and we pulled up to the back door, got inside. The other thing I'll never forget is when I sat down on the floor with my babies all around me, and I just felt this sense of peace, like everything was going to be fine. Get up the next day. I'm driving around trying to get familiar with the area because I've never been there, and I can't find the shelter anywhere. So I'm driving around trying to find it. It took me over an hour, and I finally found it. I get there. I'm like, GPS doesn't bring you here, does it? They're like, no, we have it set up that way on purpose for security purposes. I'm like, makes sense. I said, but it brought me here last night in the middle of the night to the back door. And they just looked at me and they smiled. They're like, well, it looks like somebody's got their hands on you.
Amen.
That moment is when my whole life completely changed. And I realized what it meant, applying faith the size of a mustard seed, because I was literally holding on by a string of thread. I was like, I had nothing else to go to, so that was my last hope. And he brought us through to this place. I found a local church in that area that taught the philosophy of living your life by faith and having a relationship with Christ, and started just applying that to my daily life. And my life's been changed ever since. We may not see justice served in the world we live in, but God does not take it lightly when someone offends a little child. He says, it is better for a millstone to be wrapped around their necks and them to be dragged to the depths of the sea than to harm innocent little children. One day justice will be served for the babies that were harmed. This next song I wrote, it's called Truth Beneath the Waves, and that's what it talks about. A millstone heavy pulling deep, dark waters where the secrets keep. Justice from the depths will rise. In the waves, no more disguise. Sink to the sea. Truth sets us free. No more shadows for you to hide. Dark waters where the secrets hide. Justice from the depths will rise. In the waves, no more disguise. Sink to the sea. Truth sets us free. As justice serves the death you'll see. Sink to the sea. Truth sets us free.
The thing about your music is just the heart and soul in it, and there's a meaning behind all of it. Like it's so deep and personal. You know, I like I said, I told everybody in the chat, this is going to be a different live. This is going to be different because normally we're cutting up, having a good time, and we're talking about music and everything. But I purposely wanted this to be about you specifically in your story. But you know, going into and not making it all about that, your music is just so it's so deep and personal, and you have a huge story to tell and a huge testimony to get out, and the thing is there's so many more out there like you that are afraid to speak up,
Exactly.
and so just keep on keeping on, you know, just keep being you, keep speaking your truth, and keep
Yeah.
being that support system for people like you that's been in your situation or may be in your situation right now, right? So thank you for that. Thank you for that.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I'm just taking it all in over here, really.
it's different. It's
Yeah.
a different vibe for sure. So
I'm not going to say a lot because I'll get emotional, but we talked off camera before we started, so
yeah, absolutely.
thank you for sharing your
Absolutely.
heart.
There's 2 times in my life that I sat on the porch, and I was like, why? Why this? Why that? Why me? Why my baby? I was like, God, they hurt my child. And God looked at me and he's like, I understand. I'm so sorry for what you went through. You know, they hurt my child too. And it made it personal to me. He understands, he cares about every little detail of your life. There's a second time I sat on that porch and I was like, I'm not wondering why no more. Because I saw what he got me through. Sometimes you're in life and you're sinking in the mud. Times you don't really see him there, but he was still there. If you look back and you look at your past tense, he was still there. He was the one pulling you out of the mud to carry you to the next step in life. You just didn't see it because you were focused on sinking in the mud. I like to say faith is taking a risk. Most people don't. They're too scared to take that risk. So they don't. They're like, no, faith is taking the safe side. Well, this is what makes sense. Don't want to go that way. He doesn't ask for much. He asks for just a little tiny speck of mustard seed, which is a speck. It's like, just apply faith, and I'll do the rest. Until you take that step and take the risk, you don't see the effects of faith take place. This song is one of my more recent songs I wrote. It's called A New Tomorrow.
We've actually talked about that quite a bit this whole week, about stepping out on faith and just, trusting and just, and let go, let God again.
Yeah.
So.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He brings you through what you go through to give you a new tomorrow. I'll pull it up just to make sure.
Hold tight just a second. We're having some technical issues up there. I wonder if it's that battery.
Maybe.
Sure. Good? Okay.
Sitting on the porch, staring at the sky, wondering why, wondering why. I thought it used to be somebody's everything, but now I see I never meant a thing. I lost my hope, I lost my way, found my courage to face another day. I may never be that somebody's everything, but I'll always be everything for my own. No more tears, no more sorrow, 'cause he led me through a new tomorrow. I've been knocked down, but I won't stay. He picked me up, and I found my way through the darkness. I sought his light. I'll stay strong with him as my guide. I may never be that somebody's everything, everything, but I'll always be everything for my own. No more tears, no more sorrow, 'cause he led me through a new tomorrow. In the end, it's just me and him. I'll give my all, I'll never bend. I'll stand tall and face the storm. I'll keep going, I've been reborn. Sitting on the porch, staring at the sky. No more wondering why. No more wondering why.
I just want to point out that her playing is solid. Like,
I was thinking this earlier. The chat was like, we can't wait to listen to Bonnie Ray's voice because it's so relaxing. And I'm like, it's like,
it is.
yeah.
It is very relaxing, and the chat's blowing up every time you play. Just
I don't technically play guitar correctly. I grew up doing the 5-string banjo, so
yeah.
I have more of a banjo roll style to my
So
guitar.
on a lighter note of things, I mean, in lieu of the way that things have been, but we went to the Grand Ole Opry today, and it was the backstage tour, and we got to the bluegrass dressing room, and I immediately thought of you. I was like, oh my God, Bonnie would love this.
I always say bluegrass is what's going to be in heaven.
Yeah.
It's just, even a sad bluegrass song just brings you joy.
Yeah, yeah. So
I like that.
it is, that's amazing. It's amazing, and yeah, it was pretty neat seeing the whole backstage area and everything, and all the dressing rooms for
that'd be awesome.
different styles of music and stuff like that. So it was pretty
love
cool.
that.
It was pretty cool. But I was like, oh, Bonnie would love this. This is her room right here.
1000%.
Like, this is her family heritage right here. So
Yep.
that's kind of cool. But man, powerful. You're gonna do great things. You are, and you're gonna reach a lot of people with your message. You already have. Whether you know it or not. You're doing God's work, and He's using you to do it. And you've already reached people, and they may not have opened up to you yet, but you've done. You're doing it. So hang in there. Keep driving. Keep grinding. And before we end this, though, we've got to end this. I don't know how you set your set, but I'm hoping. If I know you've set it to end it with your country girl song.
Country Queen?
Country Queen, yeah.
I
Yeah.
could do that.
You did? Did you have it in your set?
I
No.
honestly am just winging it.
Are you? Okay. That's great. That's
We
great.
live for that. We
Yeah,
love
no,
that.
we do. I'm all about ad lib. So
But it's one of my requested a lot on TikTok. is
yes,
Country
it
Queen.
is. It is. So yeah, we'll do Country Queen, and then we'll end it there.
Country girls are made a little different. We're not the ones plastered all
Good.
over the sports
You gotta do it again.
magazines. Good. Did I knock it out?
I think it's the input jack. Yeah. We'll get it to the car shop. We'll figure it out.
Good. Alright. Country girls are made different. We're not the ones plastered all over sports magazines. where everybody just bows down and like, Lord have mercy. We're more the ones out in the middle of the fields. You gotta kind of take a hike to find us. But just like a wildflower in the middle of the field, a storm will come and try and tear it down. But what happens after that storm is that flower's still standing strong. That's how country girls are. Just made a little bit different. This is called Country Queen. No, I may not be a princess, but I'm a different kind of queen. I'm that country girl in every cowboy's dream. Some girls are made like roses on top of a castle view, where all the earth and glory just stop and grasp it through. I'm more like a wildflower that's hidden in the tree. You gotta run through the grass just to get a glimpse of me. No, I may not be a princess, but I'm a different kind of queen. I'm that country girl in every cowboy's dream. No, you may not want a cowgirl, we're a different kind of breed. The storms may try to tear us down, we withstand against the breeze. I may not speak with pretty phrases, but I always speak the truth. We are proud to be from the country where the strength is in our roots. No, I may not be a princess, but I'm a different kind of queen. I'm that country girl in every cowboy's dream. No, I may not be a princess, but I'm a different kind of queen. I'm that country girl in every cowboy's dream.
All right,
That's
rock
cute.
on.
I
It
love
is a
that.
very cute song. And what a great way to end it, right? I mean, because at the end of the day, you gave your story. You came here to do what you needed to do. We came here. I got to ask you something. When you came to Oklahoma, did you see yourself sitting here in Nashville with your manager?
No.
Like,
No.
it's crazy, right? It's crazy.
But,
It's
yeah.
it's insane to think, where you've come from and where God's taking us.
Yeah.
So, it's amazing. It's amazing. Thank you
So
for
wherever
coming.
you lead, I'll go.
Yeah.
So
Let's go.
Here
Let's
we
go.
are.
Thank you for coming all this way with me. And
course.
I know God's doing great things through you. We see it. Your chat sees. Your TikTok followers see it, and you have a huge support system there. They showed up and showed out to get you here, and I've been impressed ever since. Like, it's just, they're amazing people. Jay Elmo, Al, all of them. We're going to give a few shout outs, and if you got a couple more you want to give out, it's fine.
Pineapple, Distracted, Tommy, Rachel. There's millions of y'all.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah, your whole list. I mean, it's just it's amazing how they show up and show out, and I was impressed. I was really impressed. So, thank you guys. Thank you guys for getting her here. Thank you guys for the support you show her. It means a lot to her. It means a lot to me as her manager that she has that type of support system. So, anybody interested, reddirtdisciple@gmail.com. We will get her to your family event, your church event, and get this girl's music career going. So
Let's go.
let's go. Guys, we appreciate all of you coming out tonight, coming and joining the Facebook Live, the TikTok Live, the YouTube Live. We really appreciate it. We've got to end it here. We've got one more tomorrow night. Return interview from 8 months ago. Mr. Cecil Hulsey's going to be in the house, and it's going to be an honor to have him. Can't wait to see him again. It's going to be great. He is here in Nashville. He moved here to Nashville just not too long ago, so it kind of worked out to, it's been 8 months. Let's bring him back. Let's see what's going on in Cecil's life eight months later, right? Where are you at? So it's going to be great. So remember, everybody, I love you. Jesus loves you. Stay humble. Hustle hard. Let's go.